only like 2 hours long. Meanwhile, we've only made it, what, a quarter? What the hell? I don't know. We're gonna make it. I did find a list of... Oh, hello. I did find a list of every drink. So we're gonna definitely... Our drink game is about to go up in a big, big way. Do you want to order anything else? I'm good for now. I'll order again once I finish reading this. I believe this is the start of the day. We didn't do anything yet. I always save it at the start of the day. I'll order again once I finish reading this. What's she reading? Okay then. I'll leave you with whatever that is. Oh man. Oh, I keep wondering if that's a pen or a stylus. If it's a pen, why doesn't she have any paper to write on? Like, she has her book there, but it's always closed. So then what's she holding the pen for all the time? If it seems more like it would be a stylus, because she's holding it over the phone. Oh, Aqua's here. Fancy seeing you again so soon. Hi, Freya. Hi, Eldon. Good evening, Miss Aqua. How are you two doing? Same old. I'm good. How about you? I'm fine, thank you. And you? Oops. I asked that already. I'm sorry. Don't worry about it. Is Myrtle here? So far it's only me and Aldon. We have you with us now, of course. Aw, she misses Myrtle, and she's hoping Myrtle would show up. Aw, people have like cliques that they're like connecting with. This is cute. Are you meeting her here tonight? Oh, it's not that. I was just wondering. Oh, she's got a crush on her. I was just wondering whether she's coming here again tonight. You have her email, right? Yeah. Why don't you just tell her to come and meet you here now? That always works for me whenever I want to talk to someone. That wouldn't be nice. It's not that important anyway. I just wanted to follow up on the questions her team sent today. Follow up directly, I mean. Anyway, I should order something. Take your time, Miss Aqua. It's alright, I'll order now. I'll have a cup of tea with lemon and cinnamon, please. Tea with... Oh, look at this. We got something new. Mint. Wow, look at that. Cup of tea with... What did she say? Lemon and cinnamon. I already forgot. Lemon and cinnamon. How did she know that we got all those new ingredients? You are, miss. Oh, it looks so pretty. If I'm not mistaken, it's called Russian tea, right? Oh, you do? I heard about it once. I'm pretty sure the only part that's Russian is the name. It was originally from a community cookbook or something. You're right. Whoa, that's a highly specific fun fact to know. I guess I spend too much time browsing the internet. Weird that I do that too, but okay. I'm very good at my job. Job right. Do not make enough money because I only serve like 4 customers. It's increasing. We're at like 6 now. We come by regularly. When did you arrive, Freya? I've been here since you left last night. Jesus Christ. You've been here all night? Bulb, bulb, bulb. Ha ha ha. Finish drinking first, Aqua. I'm sorry. I said you haven't left? I was joking. Oh. That would be crazy. Why? Oh no. I didn't mean to offend you or anything. It's just that you shouldn't forget to take breaks. You too, Aldon. Please make sure you get enough rest. Of course I will, Miss Aqua. Thank you for the reminder. By the way, Aqua? Yes? Where do you come from? Because, judging from your accent, I'm gonna guess Atlantis? You're not from the States, right? I'm not. I'm from the ocean. I mean, you can't tell she's got fins. She's got fucking fins and she goes squish squish when she walks. Where the fuck did you think she was from? Whoa, so you're a full-fledged oceanic? Born and raised in the sea. Hee hee hee. Why did you move here? Chasing the American dream, I guess. Mouthful. You moved with your family? No. I'm the only one who could move here. Oh. May I know why? It's not easy for our people, especially the females, to get higher education. I got scholarships and the opportunity. I wasn't sure about moving, you know, but my parents pushed me to do it. How long have you been here? Almost 2 years now. Do your parents visit often? They can't. Do you know how hard it is for my people to get a US visa? MasterCard's a little easier, but visas are really hard to get. Kidding, I know which type of visa she meant. I'm sorry to hear that. It's okay. We're still in contact. We do a video call at least once a week. Do you have siblings? Of course. We are sea people. Hee hee hee. My extended family is probably as big as Seattle's population. Ew. What, they just lay like 1,000 eggs? Whoa. That's a lot. You really have that many relatives? Hee hee hee. Of course not. I was just exaggerating. But if you count my grandpa's kids and grandkids, there are hundreds of us. Holy fuck noodles. What about you, Freya? Do you have any siblings? I have. Not as many as you, I assume. Hee hee hee. Ha ha ha. I have a little brother, 4 years younger. He also lives in Seattle. No, he's living in San Francisco, near our parents' house. He's a good kid and I'm the rebel, working some high-end tech job while taking care of my dad on the weekends. That's so nice of him. I know, right? That reminds me, I should visit my parents after finishing this draft. You should. Visit them while you can. Why does she look very angry about that? I know. Anyway, I wanted to order something. Another espresso. You know, the usual. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Your espresso's ready, ma'am. Thanks. Bitter! Just the way I love it. What the hell? Why is it always a different species every time? Good evening, sir. Oh my god. Good evening. How can I help you, sir?
Yeah, sure. I don't know what to order exactly.
Something to raise your spirits, perhaps?
Uh, uh, uh.
Nothing you like on the menu? I can make you a custom drink if you like.
Actually, are you familiar with STMJ?
I'm sorry, I've never heard of that. If you could tell me the ingredients, I'm sure I can recreate it.
Lucky me. STMJ stands for Susu Telur Madu Jahi.
God, that was hard to say that.
It's Indonesian. It means milk, egg, honey, and ginger.
Well, we don't have any eggs, so... Wait, do you have the eggs? I certainly have. They're not on the shelf, but I'll add egg once I've mixed the rest of the ingredients.
I love that. 1 cup of STMJ, please.
Milk, honey, and ginger. Really? So it's milk, honey, ginger. Nope. Oh, it's milk, honey, and ginger. Alright, brew. Honey, ginger, milk. Here's your STMJ.
Let's see. You almost got it right.
I'm sorry, care to point out the mistakes?
I guess it's the honey. You should have put the ginger in after the milk.
Noted.
Don't worry about it though. I've traveled to so many places in the States and none of them got the STMJ right.
Should have put the ginger in after the milk, he said. Alright, have to remember that for next time.
Excuse me. May I ask you something?
Sure, ask away.
What kind of things do you kids like to do nowadays?
Excuse me?
Aren't you college students?
No, we're not.
I see.
Ah!
May I ask how old you are?
You're being creepy, old man. Go back to your chair and keep your distance.
Oh. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be creepy.
Hey, Aldon? Who is this pervy old man?
I want to...
I have no idea, it's his first time here.
I want to be able to understand you young people.
Thank God you're here, Officer Georgie. What's up? That was very racist, I'm sorry. There's a creepy old man trying to flirt with us. Where? Huh? You mean him? Yes, but not so loud. This man here is Rachel's dad, Freya. He asked to meet me. So I told him to come here. Oh, I didn't know that Rachel's dad was a pervy old man. No wonder she ran away from home. Everyone, please meet Mr. Furlong, Rachel's dad. Mr. Furlong, please meet Freya and Aldon.
Please call me Henry. I apologize for earlier. I wasn't trying anything funny. I'm sorry about that.
Wait a minute. Your name is Henry Furlong?
Yes.
And you're Rachel Florencia's father?
Yes.
Furlong. Florencia. Why do you have different last names? What are you trying to pull here?
Florencia was my late wife's maiden name.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Rachel chose it for her stage name. Her.
Freya. Okay, I think I better work on my novel. I'm sure you guys have a lot to talk about.
Yee, Freya, I'll come with you. Anyway, what was it you wanted to talk to me about?
Oh, that was the wrong person. Anyway, what was it you wanted to talk to me about?
It's about Rachel. That night when you drove her home, she was hanging out with some shady people.
Oh, well, I think one of them was a bit shady. Hey, I heard that. Ha. You made a joke about Freya, but she heard it. She didn't actually leave. She's trying to leave. And she's clearly still listening in.
What?
I'm not a criminal. I'm just kidding. She was in this coffee shop talking with Freya and out on here. She wasn't in any danger.
Are you sure? What about before that?
Whoa, calm down. Is everything alright?
It's just that I feel that she's getting more and more distant. I don't know how to talk to her anymore. Or even what to talk about. I don't know what kids her age are into nowadays. Every time we talk, we end up fighting.
I have 3 daughters. We fight all the time. One thing that I learned, give them time and space. But be there when they need you. Or you can just bribe them. One time I had a fight with my eldest daughter. She didn't want to talk to me for a week. I know she loves pizza, so I went to Rocco's and bought her favorite pie. I left the pizza on the table like a trap. Then I just waited for her to take the bait, just like a stakeout. Once she took a bite of that delicious pepperoni, I casually grabbed a slice and sat with her. That pizza helped smooth things over. After that, she wouldn't stop talking.
What if what she loves doing is the problem? Rachel loves singing and performing on stage. I'm proud of what she has achieved with her career. She's really young. But the entertainment industry isn't a kind place. Not the label, not the media, not the fans. I don't trust her new manager. Rachel's just a little girl. What if she gets harassed? Or forced to do drugs?
Did something happen?
Well, nothing's happened. Yet. I just feel it in my guts.
Is it possible that you're just being paranoid?
I don't know, maybe.
Hey, Aldon. I need to...
Hey, Aldon. I need to go. Thanks for the drink.
Take care on your way. Squish, 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 squish. Well, can't you just find another manager?
Rachel's already 18, so legally she can sign contracts without parental approval. I've been trying to tell her to quit, but every time I brought it up, we just ended up fighting.
As a parent, there's really nothing much we can do other than guiding them and being there when they need us. Sooner or later, we'll have to trust them to make their own decisions, and with everything we've taught them, hopefully they'll make the right choices.
What if she made the wrong choices?
I can do a background check on the manager, if that will ease your mind.
Please do.
Okay, give me a name.
It's Morris. Last name Lester.
Morris Lester, got it. Oh, isn't he the guy in today's paper? Anyway, I'll let you know if there's a hit. Hold on, I gotta take this. I've just got a call, I've got to go. I'd love to talk more about this with you. Let's meet again soon.
Wait.
You have my contact details. Call me if you ever need my help.
Wait.
Don't worry, I'm sure everything will be alright.
I used to manage a girl band. I've seen bad things happen.
That bad?
Yeah. I was against her joining that pop group at first. But my wife, Rachel's mom, she convinced me to give it a chance. Ever since she's been gone. I don't know how to talk to Rachel for the first time. But they're wanting to do more of her own stuff. I don't know what to do.
What do you mean by her own stuff?
Modeling and a solo singing career. It's a whole different world than the band. I'm familiar with that side of the biz.
But things have changed, right?
Even if it has, I don't think it's for the better.
She survived being an idol. Even managed to graduate and start a solo career. She sounds like someone who can take care of herself. Don't you think?
She's not ready. I don't want her to get hurt. There are a lot of bad people out there. People that want to take advantage of her.
You're her father. I understand you might be worried. However, you shouldn't hinder her from achieving her dreams.
I just want what's best for her.
Is it really what's best, though? I think she's born to soar.
But she's just a girl. My little girl.
Seriously? That's your argument?
I didn't mean to sound that way.
Doesn't matter whether she's a boy or a girl. You'll drive her away if you keep on acting like this. With your knowledge, you should be able to help her achieve her dreams. I was once a stubborn young girl too. Maybe I can give you a little advice on how to handle rebellious teens.
I'd love to hear it. Is it okay if I stay a bit longer, Eldon?
Take all the time you need. Green tea latte. I know how to make a green tea latte. Monday, September 28th, 2020. 3 years ago. Military personnel stationed along East Coast to prevent immigrants flooding in from the Atlantic Ocean. Hate when that happens. Werewolf representatives push the ministry for more accessible sedatives. Doctor from Salachtown arrested for experimenting with town clothing. Are you sure that would be okay? Yes! I mean, it would be really hard to pull off. But it's something that'll make the story different. Different isn't always good. It's a neat concept, but you need to handle it carefully. And gracefully.
I know.
I knew it was gonna be him. I know what you need. Need Galahad. Tea, milk, and ginger.
Hey, Gala.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome, Mr. Gala. Am I interrupting? It looked like you were having an intense discussion.
It's nothing. Adam was just giving me feedback. It's for the book I'm writing.
That sounds like a heavy discussion.
What are you up to tonight?
I'm just planning to sit and relax, you know. Please don't let my presence interrupt you.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Although, I need to interrupt Aldon for a moment. Sure, how can I help you? Can I have a cup of... You remember my remedy?
Of course. Do you want to give it a try again?
My last order didn't quite hit the spot. Remember, it's tea and ginger. The last thing is definitely a different ingredient from either of those.
Okay.
Remember, it is tea and ginger.
Yes. Tea, milk, ginger. Tea, milk, ginger.
Brew.
The Galahad. Fill it.
Judging from the smell, this looks like it. Indeed, I have the same feeling. I've made a note of that in the mixture. Perfect. Anyway, please don't mind me and continue with your discussion.
Don't worry, Mr. Gala. We were done for the night. Here, I'll be right back.
Mr. Gala. We're done talking for the night.
You're done? I have a lot of new homework thanks to you.
You're welcome.
Is Hyde coming?
No, I'm by myself tonight.
It's gonna be a peaceful night then.
That's mean, Freya.
Oh, come on, I was just joking.
Yeah, I like Hyde. I think his advice was important, but you needed to hear it.
He needs to learn how to communicate his thoughts nicely, though. God damn it, you're such a bitch.
Such a bitch, Freya. But you're hot, so I'm cool with it. Let him be. He was fine, and you overreacted. For some reason. You're extra judgmental of him. I think you have a problem with vampires. He might not look like it. But he's a very kind person, you know.
He doesn't show it, that's for sure.
That applies to you as well.
Oh, come on.
Oh, this guy. Mr. Bailey's. Look at that. Good evening, everyone. Welcome, Mr. Bailey's.
Heya, I'm Freya. Heya, I'm Freya. Don't be such a player. Let's go down another layer. And then I'll run for mayor. Now tell me about your day. Not good. What's going on? How long was just criticizing my story?
Try a new voice while smoking weed. It's not easy. Imagine if the elf just takes, like, offense, just pulls out a sword. It's like, how dare you! Slices my head off. You bastard. It's called feedback.
That's cruel.
I mean, she asked for it. She literally asked for it. It's necessary. Our relationship with her is such a weird one. I'm surprised she keeps coming back. Sounds interesting. What's the problem with the story?
The story is non-linear and quite complicated. Imagine a choose-your-own-adventure storybook, but for adults.
Sounds pretty common so far.
But instead of telling you which page to turn to, each decision you make will give you a score.
What?
That score will determine which page you should go to.
That sounds more like a video game than a book.
I know, it's not that original. But my target here is the mainstream audience.
Huh?
With the help of my publisher, this kind of book may go mainstream. Just like that Choose Your Own Adventure show on Netstream. It was nothing new, but because of the marketing and the names involved, it reached the mainstream market.
That sounds interesting. And highly ambitious, Freya.
At least it's simpler than my other idea.
Which is?
Making the novel not in the form of a book, but in the form of story cards.
What? I know, right? As if she has all the time in the world. And that's before even considering the sensitive issue of setting the story in a world where only humans exist. What did you say?
No, there's a reason why it has to be that way. Just wait until I've finished it, okay?
Alright, alright.
As Zaldon said though, I won't have the time. Getting normal pitch approved is already a steep climb. Let's not make the mountain even higher. Fair enough. What's the story all about, by the way? You'll have to wait for it. Don't want to spoil the fun. If you say so. Anyway, I haven't ordered anything. What do you want to drink tonight? Ginger latte, if you know how to make it. Of course I know how to make a ginger latte. A ginger latte. We'll, look at the ginger latte. Coffee, ginger, milk. Yeah, we can make that. Coffee, ginger, and milk brew. Ginger latte. Oh, I don't get to make special art with it? Too bad. Here you go, sir. Your ginger latte. Thank you. Damn, this is good. With this kind of drink-making skill, I wonder why your place isn't any bigger. What we have here now is more than enough for me. Hehehe. Whatever floats your boat, I guess. By the way, how are you doing, Baileys? Still busy with your last client? Oh, I'm done with her. Done? As in you're dropping the project? Ha 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 ha. Hey, I'm not crazy. I still need the money. Done as in I've finished the job. I spent the last few days making sure. It's even done before the deadline. Did she like it? Oh, she loved it. She had complaints, of course, but I convinced her. By using some design terms she doesn't understand. So you finished your job by bullshitting her? Ha ha ha. The finest bullshit, my lady. That's one survival skill every freelancer must have. Are you working on anything right now? No. I'm taking a break from work. I need to work on a few personal matters. Oh. Like you and Lua? Something like that. By the way, I'm curious. How did you guys meet? If you don't mind me asking. Oh, I don't mind one bit. It's just that I was young and stupid, you know. Oh, come on. Who hasn't been? You're right. So, I was a bit of a player back in college. Ooh, spicy. And I was going after my then best friend's girlfriend's friend. Wait, what? Okay, I'll say it slowly. I used to have a best friend. He was an incubus. Okay, let's call him Cognac. Cognac has a girlfriend. Still following? And that girl has a friend. The friend is the one I'm after. Oh, okay. Got it. She was one of the hottest girls there, but everyone knew she wasn't the type of girl you'd want to date. Why? I don't want to get into the details, but this succubus was super hot, and all the guys wanted to sleep with her. She was a player too, you see. Huh? That doesn't sound like Lua at all. Because it wasn't Lua, genius. Huh? Lua was my friend's girl. Holy moly! This is getting spicier. The other girl's name was, let's just call her Rose. Continue? I knew Lua thanks to her relationship with Cognac. That's a fake name you made up, right? Yes. Now, will you let me continue without interruption? Okay. So, I asked Lua a lot of things about Rose. She knew what I was after. It annoyed her so much, but I kept on bothering her. I mean, I was pretty active guy back then, so Lua came over to visit us at one point. I lived with Cognac back in college. I'd been out. I got back just as Lua arrived, a total coincidence. We went into our place together and witnessed something surprising. What? Cognac was sleeping with Rose. Holy mother of moly! I saw the look on Lua's face, the disbelief, anger, and sadness. And without even thinking about it, I punched Cognac in the face. You what? I got into a fight with him. Oh, I haven't told you. Cognac was a Brazilian jiu-jitsu tutor for kids. Oh god. He's pretty good, if you know what I mean. Oh my. Yes, I landed that one punch, and he beat me to a pulp. Easily. Lua begged me to stop fighting on her behalf. It's more like she begged Cognac. Hey, I wasn't kidding. I lost, but I don't give up easily. I was beaten pretty bad, so Lua took care of my injuries. We grew closer after that, and I don't even remember the exact date, but suddenly that friendship turned into a relationship. That's one hell of a story. I know. Have you seen her by any chance? Yeah. Lua came by a few days ago. How was she doing? She hasn't returned any of my calls or texts. Well, she's healthy, that's for sure. She got into an argument, though. With who? There was this male model. A model? I didn't think she was the type of girl to go out with a model. Oh, they weren't together. What were they arguing about? Well, we were talking about your relationship. Lua told us about the reason behind the fight, about your family stuff, and then this guy hid during the conversation. What did he say? He didn't understand why Lua would insist upon getting family approval, considering, you know. What? You're willing to leave your own family? You would do that for her? Yes, I would. I'm sick and tired of my family. Why would you say that? Let me tell you about my family. Or I should say most elven families. They all think they're so high and mighty. If you're born an elf, there are certain unwritten rules you must follow. Reputation and appearance are everything, you see. We must never, ever make our family look bad. You can only befriend certain people. You must dress a certain way. You can only have certain jobs. Jobs that are deemed worthy and successful, you see. Like being a doctor or a lawyer, a CEO. You know. Ever since I was a kid, I've always wanted to be an artist. I love drawing and creating art. However, being an artist is not something elves would deem suitable. Unless you become the next Da Vinci. So, when I switched from a business major to an art major, my parents went crazy. Screamed like they were on fire. They told me I'd never be rich or successful. All that because you chose an art degree? You want to know the worst part? They blamed Lua. What do you mean? They blamed her for my decision to pursue my passion for art. Yelled about how her kind is ruining the country. Accusing their religion of worshipping the Dark Lord. Accusing her of putting a spell on me and cursing the family. Whoa! I mean, come on. This is the 21st century. That's not cool. I don't want to sound judgmental, but your family is racist. Tell me about it. Huh. Lua is the only person that can make me feel alive. She showed me how I can be free and pursue my dreams. I don't understand why Lua is so obsessed. With the idea of reconciliation with my family, I just don't get it. I have no problem leaving my family, you know. I would happily leave them for the both of us.
What about her? What about her and her family? You may be happy to leave your family. However, it may not be the same for her.
Gala, do you have something to say? Perhaps you could give us a different perspective.
Sorry, I didn't mean to eavesdrop. I couldn't help overhearing your story. I assume that the person you're talking about is not an elf, correct?
Yes, she's a succubus.
I see. I'm a werewolf. For werewolves, the wolf pack is the most important thing. We'll put family before any other. We often have our own problems within the pack, but we won't abandon our family for anything. It's all about family. Perhaps it's also true for her and her family. Besides, if you leave your family for her, wouldn't that make your parents believe that all those bad stereotypes about succubi are true?
I never thought about it that way before.
Whether you like it or not, your actions will have an impact on her as well. And if you leave your family for her, quote unquote, that will put her in a difficult spot. She might feel responsible for your actions.
There's nothing to feel bad about. I'm leaving my messy family to create a better one with her.
It's easy for you to say that now, but you don't work with the future. You don't know what the future holds. One day, circumstances might change. One day, one of you might regret your decisions. One day, you might use the I left my family for you card.
We love each other. I'll be with her whatever the circumstances may be.
You know, love is like a flame. It might burn fiercely at first, but over time it will die down if you don't maintain it. Maintaining it won't be easy. It will be hard work, because life is full of storms, and marriage, it will not survive on love alone.
Whoa, that's deep. We'll have each other, and that's enough for us.
Tell me, do you have health insurance?
What? I'm an elf. Why would I need health insurance?
You'll need some.
What for?
Immortality is an elven privilege, but you'll lose it if your family disowns you. I've seen people go bankrupt because they fell ill or got seriously injured, empty their entire life savings for an $8 pill, because in this country they charge $20,000 for it. And if you decide to have children, they won't have the same privileges you do. There's a high probability that they'll get bullied for being a half-breed. There are consequences. It shouldn't be taken lightly. Think about it. Just think about it. Anyway, I've got to go. Damn, your British accent almost rubbed off on me there. I apologize for my intrusion.
No, thank you for your insight. I've got to go, too.
Want to head out together?
Sure.
Thanks for the drink, Eldon. And Freya.
Bye. Now it's just you and me again. So when are we gonna, like, become a thing, right? What? You made me lose 2 customers in a minute. Hey, that wasn't on me. What did I miss there? Someone texted me and I was looking at something.
she's not even there. Yeah, she didn't say anything. What the hell? I was like, did I miss something? Didn't do anything. They're leaving anyway. Are you going to write that in your book? It's a secret. If your book is based on this coffee shop, how can you present a story like theirs in a world with only humans around? I'm not sure. I still feel like she's writing Romeo and Juliet. That's gonna be how this ends. She's William Shakespeare. She's writing Romeo and Juliet. Perhaps a hot drink will give you some inspiration. Sounds like a great idea. Usual? Or a spiced lady? World Health Organization vows to stop major hospitals selling Fury sedative illegally. Coachella 2020, 10 reasons why you should go. Sports tournament in space might be only a few decades away. Oh, it's Hyde and Gala. They're probably here all the time now that I can make his drink.
He really never changed.
I know.
But it was surprisingly nice. Catching up with people from back then. Thank you for forcing me to do it.
Don't mention it. Hey, Aldon. I'd like to order again. The usual. Back to experiment? Yes. I think the last one was the remedy. But there's no harm in checking some other combinations. Alright. You know what to do.
Definitely the last one. Gala had tea, milk, and ginger.
Try this. Thank you. Just what I needed. What about you, Mr. Hyde? Would you like to order anything else?
I'm good for now.
I couldn't help overhearing you both. It sounds like you two go way back. We do, I guess.
He was my bodyguard.
Oh? Didn't you meet here?
Yeah, when this was a bar.
What happened exactly? He was getting his ass kicked by a couple of dwarves.
Ugh, those two bastards.
It wasn't a pretty sight, so I intervened. Aren't vampires supposed to be, tough?
Just because I'm a vampire doesn't mean I know Kung Fu. Besides, I'd had a couple drinks first. I could have taken them both if I was sober.
A couple, really? You were trash, Hyde. You told them I was your bodyguard. Wait, were you not his bodyguard? Not at the time. We didn't even know each other. But because of that whole fiasco, we both got kicked out. And then this wasted vampire stuck to me. Like, well, to a blanket. Obviously he was too drunk to drive, so I hailed a cab. Turns out he was also too drunk to tell the driver where he lived. I was stuck with him till morning.
Aha, ha ha.
Or maybe he wasn't too drunk to know where he lived. He did it on purpose because he liked this guy. I think the vampire is sexually into him. And I don't know if he's gay or straight. But I guess we're gonna find out.
Thanks for not leaving me on the street, Gala. Those dwarves would have killed me.
Who were they?
I'm not going to confirm or deny anything, but it's possible they may have had ties to the Mafia, and they might have lost some of their money on the stock market. A lot of their money.
Yikes.
They wanted me to launder their dirty money, so I decided to screw them over instead.
Yeah, I overheard what they were talking about before the fight started. I knew Hyde was innocent, and that's why I helped him. He might be an annoying asshole, but he's not a thief.
What a stroke of luck. The universe sending me a guardian angel in my time of need. So the next morning I offered him a job as my bodyguard for real.
After all the trouble you caused me the night before.
Hey, I took you to breakfast. Don't tell me that counted for nothing.
I have to say, it wasn't my proudest moment. I was broke. Breakfast was an offer I couldn't refuse. It was the late 60s, mind you. It wasn't easy finding a job, especially for people like me.
Werewolves?
Ugh.
War veterans. I see.
So So, how did you go from working as a bodyguard to working in the hospital, Gala? Well, when he was working with me, I noticed. Hide. I'd prefer if we skipped that part. I'm sorry, I don't want to go into any details about it. It's alright. Forgive me for asking. I don't mind telling you the quick and dirty version. Long story short, he helped me with something. Let's just say something from my past. Thanks to that help, I found a new purpose in life, helping other people live. Of course, it's not easy to be a veteran werewolf. It's not easy for a veteran werewolf to become a nurse or doctor. That's why I chose hospital and men instead. So you could say I owe this guy my life. Thanks to his stubborn persistence in helping me when I needed it. Thank you for sharing your story with me. I didn't expect such a tale from you. I know. Anyway, Aldon, I'd like to order something now. What would you like? Can you make a tea-based drink that's warm and cool at the same time? A tea-based drink that's warm and cool at the same time. Maybe lots of milk, maybe. Mint ginger tea. Here's your order, sir. Exactly what I wanted. By the way, it feels like this place is missing something today. Yeah, I haven't seen her today. Speak of the devil. Hello, good people. And one vampire. Be nice to my customers, Jesus. It's good to see you too, Freya. Freya? By the way, we were just talking about you. Oh, really? What about me? I was surprised that you weren't here. Is that how you pick up girls young enough to be your granddaughter? That won't work on me. Heh. I've no interest in flirting with you. I've got high standards, you know. He's interested in Gala. You look tired, Freya. Hard day at work? How could you tell? Call it werewolf senses. I smelled it on you, basically. I could smell your sweat. It's pretty gross. Right, hahaha. I showed out on my draft, and I actually got some good feedback. That's good to hear. Glad I could help. So I spent the whole day rewriting stuff. I also did some stories for the paper. Overall, it was a good day. That's good to hear. But please don't forget to take a break. It's easy to get carried away by work when you're on a roll. Will do, sir. And speaking of hospitals, how's your hospital admitting life going? That's not even a word, Freya. Actually, I'm not even sure what you even do. It's pretty boring to talk about. But mostly I handle operational stuff happening in the hospital. Things like how much a specialist costs and how much it affects our income. I also deal with patients and their families if they require intensive care such as operations. I go through what we do and how much it would cost them. Kinda like biz dev for people's lives then. You could say that. Damn, that sounds complicated and hard. That's why I'm suited for the job. I'm always hard. Someone who gets very emotionally attached to patients would find this job pretty tough. Whereas heartless people like my friend here only see it from a business perspective.
Good point. Why do people rarely talk to about your kind of job?
I guess most people don't really notice we exist or think about the necessity of it.
Exactly, it's an interesting job, yet no one talks about it.
Maybe because most admins are just like me. We rarely talk about work outside the hospital.
Why?
For me, I just don't find any reason to. It's a patient's personal lives anyway.
Such professionalism and loyalty. You should keep hold of that mindset, especially in front of this lady here. You...
Ha 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 ha. I love when you make fun of Freya. Ha 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 ha. He needs to be a bit less loyal though. Hide.
You've been doing this job for a while, right?
Almost 50 years now.
Whoa! I didn't know that. Wait, 50 years in the same position? Holy shitballs. Ask for a promotion, man.
They keep offering me new positions, mostly managerial.
Take it!
Not interested.
Why?
It's not something I want. Besides, I've told you before, I fit perfectly in this position.
The salary must be better if you take the promotion, right?
Of course. But what I get at the moment is more than enough for me right now. I still get raises while I'm doing this job.
I really can't figure you out.
That's gala for you. Anyway, my shift's starting soon. It was nice catching up with both of you. Are you going to stay, Hyde?
Yeah, I'm still enjoying the vibes here.
I'll see you in a few weeks, I guess.
Yeah.
Safe trip. See you around, Aldon. And you, Freya.
See you. Take care on your way. You know, it's kind of hard to believe someone like Gala could be your best friend.
We were just talking about that before you arrived.
Oh, really? Man, I missed an interesting story. So how did you guys meet? Seriously, I have to retell the story. Yes? Come on, you're not going anywhere, right?
Alright then. We met in this place back when it was a bar.
Whoa! I never knew Guy used to be in the army. I mean, he's got the build to be on the front line. Still though, why did he make the jump from, how should I say this, a very physical job to medic?
Well, he's not comfortable talking about it right now.
But you know why, right?
Are you trying to squeeze the story out from me?
Obviously.
He doesn't want to talk about it.
That's him, not you.
Seriously, Freya.
Come on.
I won't get into details, but going to war, it messes with your head.
Oh.
You see why Gala does not want to talk about it, huh?
I don't get it, but it must be difficult, especially back then.
The only thing he was confident in was his strength, so he only did work that relied on his muscle.
That wouldn't help him get over his trauma though, right?
Of course not, but it was the only thing he could do, or at least it's the only thing that he thought he could do.
But you hired him for his muscle?
Hey, I didn't know about all that at the time. Besides, he's good at being a bodyguard. And we weren't that close yet, so no personal feelings. I needed his strength, but then I got to be interested in him.
Interested?
I think he's a cool person. That's all. And after a few months, I noticed his problem. I suggested he talk about it to someone, seek some help.
which he refused. No surprise there, but I kind of pushed him to do it. How? It's complicated. Eventually, he did go to get professional help. Of course, I've no idea what happened in his therapy sessions. But in the end, he found a new purpose in his life. He quit working for me, and not long after that, he started working at the hospital, and he's been working. What the fuck? What the literal fuck?
Good evening, everyone.
Oh boy. Good evening. It's nice to see you again.
We are so glad to see you, barista.
By the way, I didn't catch your name the last time you visited. Do you have a name?
Name? We sure have. On Earth, please call us Neil.
Neil.
Yes, Neil.
Is that your real name?
Of course not. Due to the nature of our communication, we do not really need trivial things like names to interact. But from what I have learned here, it seems the name Neil has a lot of associations with Earthlings' efforts in intergalactic exploration.
I get what you mean.
I believe we did not meet the last time we were here.
I saw you from afar when you left the coffee shop a few days ago. So, hello, my name is Freya. You could say I'm a regular here.
And you, sir?
Hi.
You come here often?
For someone who doesn't live in Seattle, yes.
Oh, you are not from around here? Neither are we.
Where do you come from?
Far away.
By far away, you mean a few thousand miles or more?
More. Much more. More to the point that your strange calculation system means nothing.
That sounds far away indeed. What are you doing here in Seattle? And do all your kind dress like this? I think the bigger question is Farrah totally gonna fuck this alien for science and her curiosity as a journalist? I think she should.
Oh, yes. We chose this appearance based on an image we saw when we first arrived.
Image? Ah, the Arami Gendru album cover. No wonder you look familiar.
As for what we are doing, this place is really the perfect spot to practice our communication skills with Earthlings. But before that, please let us order something from the barista.
What do you want to drink tonight?
The usual. That is how you say it, yes?
Yes, so anything?
Yes, we won't be able to taste the difference anyway.
You really can't taste anything?
Yes.
What if I can brew a thing that can make you feel something?
Interesting premise, but we doubt you will be able to do that.
Challenge accepted.
Please surprise me.
Alright, let's see what my website of all the recipes say. Put in red the werewolf recipe. Let's see. We can give them spiced lady chocolate milk and cinnamon. That's Gallus Fury remedy. Spice. Milky Way. Ready to make a Milky Way.
honey and mint. A Milky Way. Try this. Let's see, I hope I got it right.
Thank you.
What the? Interesting. Before I ask, yes, that's how they drink.
This. What is this? We have never been able to taste anything in our life, but this is a breakthrough. We have to report immediately. Done. Thank you so much from all our kind.
You are an interesting person.
Thank you. That was a compliment, yes?
Normally, yes, but you can't be so sure with Freya. That was the highest form of compliment. What are you, Neil?
Us, we are travelers doing our job in the space you call the Milky Way.
What kind of job?
We are tasked with the mission to spread our seeds.
You really are here to find a date. All the way from a galaxy far, far away? Wow. It turns out pervs exist everywhere in the universe. Aha, ha 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 ha. Feeling attacked, old man? Not really. You have a valid point.
We do not understand, but we are glad we can make you laugh.
Oh, the pleasure was mine. If I may ask, why do you have to breed with us?
We are sorry, but that is classified information.
Oh man.
But we believe it is alright to share it with you tonight, thanks to this eye-opening drink from the barista.
I owe you this story. So why?
Everyone, including us and you and everyone else, is tasked to keep the balance of the universe. But sometimes it is hard for some civilizations to maintain balance by themselves, because unknown threats that are beyond each civilization's power can appear, and that is where we come in.
I still don't see the relation between that and impregnating us. You're quite dense, aren't you? Hey, you came here to give seeds, so a half-breed of your kind can be born on Earth.
That is correct.
The half-breeds would be half Earthling and half whatever you are.
Yes.
Assuming that you have some powers that we can't comprehend, you're trying to make sure Earth will have its own protector.
That is 100% correct.
Holy shit! You're trying to give us a superhero?
Yes, that is what your people will call the protector.
But why go through all the hassle? It sounds like a lot of work. Why don't you just explain this to someone? I'm sure a lot of women wouldn't mind giving birth to a superhero.
Sadly, it's not that simple. The future protector has to be someone that loves this planet more than anything. They have to be born out of love, which we have learned is a very complicated feeling on Earth. We have it easier back home due to the nature of our communication. We understand everyone deeply by default. So everyone on our planet loves each other from the moment they're born.
That sounds beautiful. And creepy.
Why?
It sounds like your planet's a giant spherical orgy.
That was a badly chosen word, but it is roughly similar to the truth.
Oh my. If what you say is true, shouldn't we help them to get laid with love?
Guidance is all we need. Otherwise, we might be responsible for the birth of a super evil person indeed.
Aha. Well, how's the mission going so far?
We cannot say it's going well.
I'm not surprised, with how quirky and unique you are. Not many women can handle that.
Could you handle them, though?
Me? I don't know, what do you think?
You're a pretty adventurous girl. I wouldn't be surprised if you decided to go on a date. Or maybe go further if it got you a good story. Oh, you're not offended by that?
Not in the slightest. You're wrong, though. I'd go on a date with them. But I don't like to sleep around.
Really? To be honest, I didn't expect that.
Yeah, I get that a lot. People often mistake me for someone who gets around a lot.
Excuse me, miss. From what we gather, does it mean you are willing to breed with us in exchange for our stories?
Wow, no wonder your mission isn't going well. I don't mind going out with you for a drink or dinner in exchange for stories, but I'll only sleep with someone if I'm serious about.
But our mission is serious.
It's not that. You either have to be my boyfriend or husband if you want to sleep with me.
We have heard of these terms before. Let us check them once again. This is very strange. According to what we found, many Earthlings mate with one person exclusively for their entire lives.
Yes, that's called commitment.
Such a strange concept. Then why with such rules do you still face overpopulation problems?
Now that you mention it,
We don't have enough control over ourselves. And those in charge also don't have enough control over us. Not to mention, some races live for a very, very long time. So even though there are rules about having kids, and they can be strictly enforced, a lot of people will still break them.
We know Earthlings boast about the concept of free will, but we thought your kind also loved the concept of restraint and taking care of the planet. At least that was what we gathered from your information network.
Theoretically, that should be the case. But Earthlings are stupid. That's the easiest way to put it.
We learned so much today, but we have another question for Miss Freya.
ask away.
How can we be your husband?
Ha 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 ha. First off, I would suggest going step by step. Most of the time, you start by dating. Boyfriends or girlfriends, you know? Before you talk about marriage.
Oh, okay. So, how can we become your boyfriend?
You could start by asking her whether she's actually single.
Understood. So, Miss Freya, are you single?
Yes, I'm single.
Do you want to be our girlfriend?
Now, the path to starting a date varies between people, but usually it takes some time before you want to commit yourself to someone.
Well, the breeding process on Earth is surely extremely complicated.
It can be easier if you're a smooth talker.
Smooth talker?
Someone good at communicating with others.
That would be really challenging for us.
Even after all that, making kids is still in a totally different league. Most women prefer it if their male partners wear condoms.
Condoms.
It's something you wear to prevent pregnancy.
Condoms. Condoms. We do not understand condoms. Why would you do the mating ritual if you do not want to have offspring?
Pleasure.
All this information is too much to process in one evening.
So we talked about using condoms. But how do your kind have sex? Like, seeing how you drink. A condom might be something you can't use at all.
That's true. How do you do it?
We have pretty flexible with that. We cannot tell you the details unless we agree to do the mating ritual.
Hmm. I don't want to imagine how it's done.
Oh, you do not need to worry. We will not hurt anyone physically or mentally.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that, especially the mental part.
We did our research and we tried it on the testing subject we made. It was proven.
The mental capacity of Earthlings is far more complicated than anything else on Earth, sir.
Oh, we did not know that. Being born on Earth sounds very difficult.
It is. I have to agree with that.
Anyway, thank you so much for the information you have given us tonight. It means a lot for our mission. We have to report our findings to the base.
How will you proceed with your mission with this newfound information?
We are not sure yet. It is yet to be discussed after all. It was really nice talking with all of you.
You're welcome.
We are off now.
Bye. Take care of yourself, sir. Huh. That was really something. Indeed. You said the first time they came here was for a date, right? Yeah, but their date never came, and then they mistook Miss Myrtle for their date. The game developer org? Wow, I dread to think how that went. It was pretty awkward. But you can't be angry at such naivete. I guess so. By the way, has that young woman been back since I spoke with her last time? You mean Miss Lua? Yeah, her. Oh, showing some concern now, are you? I'm just curious. No, I haven't seen her since then. But her boyfriend did come in a few days ago. And Freya was being pretty nosy, to the point that Mr. Gala joined the conversation. My. You really have a knack for starting trouble. Sadly, I have to agree with that. It's not easy to make Gala join a random conversation, unless it really piques his interest, or it annoys him. I don't know how to react to that. Well, I need to catch a flight to Seoul tomorrow, so I'm off for the day. Oh, you're leaving Seattle so soon? It's only for a week or so. I'll be back here sooner than you know. Oh well, it'll be a peaceful week then. Haha, yes. Anyway, I need to get going as well. Thank you for letting me stay without ordering anything. I didn't even notice that. You really don't care about business. She didn't order anything, but she did attract people to the coffee shop. That's one way to put it. Anyway, Freya, do you want to share a cab? Thanks, I'm riding my bike. Alright then. See you around. Take care on your way, folks. I feel like if she had took the cab with him, he would have tried to bang her or something. A Spanish Sahara, warm and cozy, just like a day in Barcelona. Oh, how much longer is this game? It's so much reading. What time is it? 3:24. It's only like a 2-hour game. Yeah, it's taking me much longer. Evening Whispers, Wednesday, September 30th, 2020. Dwarven made cars face challenge against an unexpected competitor. While the Earth Organization fights to save more forests, protests arise over government treatment of Atlantic immigrants. Start the day. Welcome. What the fuck? Good evening, sir.
Hello. I'm from the Federal Immigration Regulation and Enforcement Division. The FIRED.
Fired. What?
or FIRE for short.
How may I help you?
We've heard reports of alien sightings in this area. We take the issue of illegal interstellar immigration seriously. Have you seen any creatures you would consider to be alien in nature?
I don't think so. But what should I do? What should I be looking for? What's the alien look like?
We're not 100% sure, but according to some eyewitnesses, it's wearing a spacesuit or something similar.
That's a pretty eye-catching outfit. You'd think an illegal alien would try to blend in better, right? To avoid attention, you know?
That is a very good point. In fact, there might be a solid possibility we have been running around after false testimonies. They are superior creatures after all. Thank you for your help. If you see any suspicious activities, please contact us through our website.
Will do, sir. You don't want to drink anything before leaving?
We're good.
Take care on your way. Phew. You really need to be more careful, Neil. Huh? Oh, you two. Aw, they came together. And they're sitting so close. Good evening. Oh. Good evening, Eldon.
Yo!
Hello, Miss Aqua, Miss Myrtle. Have you both been somewhere together? We plan to meet here. It's just a coincidence we arrived at the same time. Would you like to order anything? Do you want to order first?
No, you go first.
Okay. Can I have a cup of tea, green tea with a lot of mint? Green tea with a lot of mint. Brew. Super minty green tea. A Marrakesh. Have this Marrakesh. Your drink's ready. Oh, this looks really fresh. I call this Marrakesh, inspired by its origin. Marrakesh in Morocco? I heard the people there really love tea. Let's give this a try then. Oh my. It's warm but very refreshing. No wonder Morocco is often associated with tea. How about you, Miss Myrtle? Do you want to order right away?
Sure. I'll have the Tatarak.
The Tatarak. Is that something I'm supposed to know, or? Nope, I definitely don't know what a Tatarak is. A Tatarak. But we're about to find out, because we have tea, and milk is what that is. Tea, and milk. Geez, these are getting harder and harder, huh? Too bad I came prepared this time. Here's your Tatarak.
Huh?
Is there anything wrong?
No. It's better than I thought it would be, actually. The taste is really authentic. Just like the Tatarak you get in Southeast Asia.
Thank you for the compliment. Where did you learn to make it? I traveled around Southeast Asia a few years ago. So you learned about it in Malaysia? Yes, and from videos on the internet. So, how are things going in the office?
As usual. Tiring. But thanks to you and your team, we've made some good progress with the problem we've been stuck on for a while.
I'm glad I could help. Could have been of help. It's not every day our research can have an impact as direct as this. Only a few weeks after publication, no less.
The thing is, even with your help, we still need to take this amount of overtime. Make sure the game will be available for the holiday season.
Oh, I want to say please don't forget to rest. But I'm sure it won't be that easy for you and the team.
I bet she's about to hire her.
Ha! As if those executives care about us. Overtime is not mandatory, they'll say. Please, your family get some rest. But we all know the extra overtime is a passive aggressive move. They stay longer in the office anyway. Because if you go home earlier than the others, you'll feel bad for them.
You'll feel guilty. I understand that so much.
Ugh. I hate to admit it, but yeah, it's guilt.
I wish I could help you. Or at least say something to boost your morale. Sadly, I'm not the right person to give you advice about that. For guilt is something that also bothers me a lot. Even for things I shouldn't feel guilty about. And you know what makes it worse? I know the state of the industry, but it still saddens me to realize that my favorite series was born out of such sacrifice.
Ugh.
I'm sorry I ruined the mood for everyone.
Don't worry about it, Aqua. I'm not that bad off, you know. At least the company gives us decent compensation, healthcare, bonuses, and so on. And we're already used to this. Don't worry about me, okay?
Getting used to unhealthy working conditions shouldn't be a norm.
Hey, cheer up. Remember, your research helped us a lot. Thanks to you, the rest of the development is going to be much easier. How's your game doing, by the way?
Actually, I have some good news about that.
What is it?
The game got approved to be showcased at Max West this year. See, I thought that they were gonna hire, but I guess they're doing separate things.
Yawn. How long is this game? It never ends.
The game got approved at the to be showcased at Max West this year.
That's really good news. Congrats.
Thank you.
So, what's the problem then?
I haven't confirmed my attendance to the organizer.
Why? Confirm it fast, before they give your spot up to another indie.
I am just not sure about it.
What's stopping you? Cost?
The booth is free for indies.
That's good then, and the event's even in Seattle. You don't need to spend anything on travel or accommodation. It's a golden ticket.
But I'm not that confident.
You passed the selection process, right? That should be enough validation to reassure you that the game's quality. If I'm not mistaken, the judges are usually prolific people in the industry, and also senior journalists.
I know. But I've told you about my game, right? It's pretty non-traditional. And thousands of people will be visiting Max, expecting Full Metal Conflict and other big games.
Every game has its own market, you know, and you won't be in the indie area. People know what to expect there. Gamers aren't stupid.
What if some haters visit the booth? What if they don't like my game and say bad things about it? Or about me?
That's not gonna happen. It's an expo, not the internet. People are way nicer in real life.
Huh. Even after all that, I'll still be there by myself for the whole event.
That one is a problem, yeah.
Meeting that many people is already scary enough. Doing it for 4 days straight, showing my baby to the public, I just can't imagine the horror. Aww.
Huh. Let me check on my phone so I don't actually care about this conversation at all. Huh. You know what?
Huh?
So far, my schedule is pretty empty around then. If things stay this way until Max, I'll come with you.
No, you don't have to do that. Even if you're free then, you shouldn't waste your time on me. Relax or something.
Nah, it's no bother. I'll be going to the event anyway. Might as well come with an exhibitor badge.
What about your company's booth?
Don't worry about it. There are hundreds of us. I can just ask my lead to skip this year.
But...
I'm coming with you, whether you like it or not.
Okay.
Good. Now, what are you going to show the game on?
I'll have a laptop and a smartphone.
Is the Expo build ready?
Expo build?
You're not planning to showcase the full version, right?
That's the plan.
Don't. I can give you the guidelines on what to have for the Expo build. Do you have the game with you now?
It's on my phone. I can send you the build now if you want.
Do so.
Okay.
Got it. Now let's see.
Who just came in? Oh, it's you, the kitty girl.
Hello, Miss Rachel.
Hi, Eldon. Hi, Eldon.
Sorry, let's make her voice a little higher.
Hi, Eldon.
What's wrong?
Oh? Oh, nothing. I've just been practicing all day and I'm pretty tired. Are you having a concert soon? Don't tell anyone yet.
Oh, was that me that said that? Are you having a concert soon?
Don't tell anyone yet. It'll be announced tomorrow. I'm going to perform at Coachella next week.
They're still adding new performers.
Yeah, you might say that those announced late are backups.
Oh, but it's still the biggest festival in the country.
Yes, I'm excited for it. I think I should celebrate with a special drink, something sweet.
What do you want to order?
A sweet hot chocolate.
What's the best version of hot chocolate tonight? What's the option too? Chocolate or dark hot chocolate? Choco bean maruku, chocolate, honey, and milk. Let's try that. You just say a sweet hot chocolate. Chocolate, honey, and milk. Choco bean maruku. Try this. Here's your drink, ma'am.
Oh, it looks very pretty. And it's warm and sweet. I love it.
Please don't hesitate to call me if you need anything else.
Thanks. Oh.
Other than this instruction on the loading screen, try putting a time limit on how long they can play.
Why? Wouldn't that break their immersion?
Probably, but in case there's a good reaction to it, you might have people lining up to play your game. You don't want to make them wait too long.
That makes sense.
If you don't want to put a time limit on it, try ending the demo with a cliffhanger. That should get people's attention.
Noted. Dad? What are you doing here? Oh my god. After what you did at the studio this evening? I was worried about you. I couldn't find you anywhere around the studio, so I thought you'd be here. But we cannot just limit ourselves to this place. Oh! And now you're causing another ruckus. We're sorry, Eldon. We didn't mean to cause you any problems. You are sorry? I don't have anything to be sorry for. Well, anyway, I better order something.
What are you having?
What would you recommend?
Might I suggest a cup of Spanish Sahara? Oh, what is that?
Oh, what is that?
It's basically hot chocolate with milk and ginger.
Sounds delicious. I'll take that Spanish Sahara.
already forgot what he said it was. He said it was hot chocolate with milk and ginger. Spanish Sahara. Your drink is ready, sir.
My. This is amazing.
Glad you liked it. Dad,
Yes.
please just go home after you finish your drink.
Not until you leave that good-for-nothing pervert.
I need him. He's going to help me become more successful.
I know Morris. He's not a good person.
The industry's changed, Dad. It's not like 20 years ago. Besides, since you left, he's been growing his brand, making his name, managing a lot of stars that become superstars.
I still have my informants in the industry. He hasn't changed much. Even if he has, it wasn't for the better.
You're just being paranoid. First, you were afraid of how my fans would treat me. Now you're afraid of the industry too? What's next? You'll lock me in the house because you're afraid of the air I'm breathing?
You're just too young to understand. There could be pathogens in the air.
Then make me understand, because this is definitely not helping. There are better ways. Didn't you learn anything from Mom? You were together for almost 15 years, but you learned nothing. Not even how to talk to your own daughter.
Oh, Rachel, I'm sorry. But I'm trying, okay?
Try harder. Because right now, you're not helping anyone. Not me, not you, no one.
I know, but give me a chance. You know what? It will take time for me to learn, but I am learning. Or, I could return to the industry. I could try to be your manager myself.
Dad, are you out of your mind? You've been out of touch for so long.
I told you I have informants there. I'm not that out of touch. Of course there are things I need to figure out. But
It doesn't work that way, Dad. You know that. Going from a girl band to a solo career won't be easy. If I take it slow, I'll lose all my momentum.
If you don't want me to be your manager, can you at least choose someone other than Morris?
I don't think so. Mr. Lester is at the height of his career right now. He's my best chance right now. Don't be too paranoid, okay? I've made my decision. Oh my god. Now please go home. Relax. And don't ever come to the studio again. I'm going back there. I need to practice for the festival. It's only a few days away. And it's a big chance to boost my presence as a solo artist.
When are you going to be home?
I don't know. I'll be staying at the hotel the label provided.
But that's...
See you, Dad.
Wait, Rachel. Excuse me for a moment, Aldon.
I'm sorry about what just happened.
You don't have to apologize.
Yeah, we were busy minding our own business anyway.
What? You didn't hear their argument, Myrtle?
Of course I heard them. I just chose to ignore most of it. It's none of my business, is it?
That's amazing.
What's so amazing about that?
I don't think I could do that. Dividing and focusing my attention so completely, especially when there's an argument like that.
Are you saying you weren't listening to my advice and you were focusing on them instead?
Nah. No, I was listening. I made notes.
See? You didn't even realize. But you're capable of focusing your attention.
Now that you mention it, It happens naturally, I guess. Being born into a large family is useful after all.
Yeah, sometimes you don't realize what we're capable of doing. By the way, you want to head back now?
Yeah, it's pretty late.
You're well done, we're leaving. Hope you had a good time.
Thanks for the drinks as usual.
Please take care on your way home. Those two should seriously get a room. I guess that's all for two. You're back. Oh, you're back, Mr. Hendry. Are you alright, sir? Sir?
Oh, yes. Please don't worry about me.
Did you manage to catch up with Mrs. Rachel?
No. I lost her.
I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm sure she's alright.
I hope you're right.
By the way, pardon me for asking.
Yes?
Throughout your arguments with Miss Rachel, something kept bugging me.
What's that?
Why did you leave the music industry?
Ha ha ha. Now that's a trip down memory lane.
You don't have to tell me if it makes you uncomfortable.
Oh no, it's fine. I left around 20 years ago, just as we were welcoming the beginning of the new millennium. It was a great time for girl bands, you know. They were huge in the 90s. And they were still enjoying the leftover sensation of the past decade. I met my wife while working. She worked for a record label. That's how we met. I decided to get married and settle down. I wanted a peaceful life.
You didn't find peace managing girl bands?
Oh gosh, no. The politics, the dark side of the industry, none of it's good. But what hit me the hardest was the fans. Toxic fans are the worst. The teenage girls especially, they were crazy about their idols. To the point where they started doing really unimaginable stuff.
Like what?
Spending all their money trying to copy the superstar lifestyle, bending their responsibilities, their families, and the men, they were even worse. They sexualized the girls in every way you could possibly imagine. Edited photos, stalking, outright sexual assault. It was before the internet, mind you. I mean, the internet existed, but it wasn't as mainstream as it is now. I wasn't even the target of the abuse, but it haunted me. It was everywhere. Don't talk to me about peace. I couldn't sleep back then. Not getting enough sleep is dangerous for cats.
What do you do for a living now?
After we got married, my wife and I opened a record store. Not big, but we have a very specific audience. We're niche, but they love us for it. It's more than enough for our little family.
You said you're still in touch with your friends in the music industry.
They visit my place from time to time, and we all meet up at least once a year. Usually it's at my place. Gosh, look at the time. I should go home too.
Are you going to be alright by yourself?
Don't worry about me. I'm an old cat. We're stronger than most people think. See you later, Aldon, and sorry for bringing our fight to your place.
Don't worry about it.
Alright then, goodbye.
Now is the time for me to close the shop.
Man, this is a game that never ends.
I already made a Takabi Maruku.
Jacobi Maruku. Supposed to be 14 days of the main story. So what day are we on now? Have we done 10 yet, at least? Please tell me we've done 10. October 1st. Let's figure out what October 1st is. Yeah, October 1st is day 10. Nice. So we're getting there. Coachella organizer reminds parents not to allow their children to attend unsupervised. Rachel Florencia confirms to perform at Coachella 2020. Gil Naiman and Maruki Harukami to collaborate for a new IP. Sorry, we're not open yet. Oh, Neil, you've come very early today. Is there anything I can help you with?
There is definitely something you can do.
What is it?
Can we work here?
Excuse me, what?
Is it possible for us to work here?
Whoa, why?
We have learned something precious since we first arrived here. Communication is very important on Earth, and Earthlings communicate in a very complicated way. It blows our mind to learn that you need to mix between verbal and non-verbal communication here.
Yes. But I can see that your communication skill has improved an awful lot since you arrived.
That is true, but it is not enough. Some of the biggest lessons about Earthlings we have learned, we learned them here. This made us think. Instead of focusing on finding a breeding partner, we should focus on learning how to communicate with Earthlings proper.
Sounds like a good strategy.
That is why we asked you to allow us to work here.
Because you want to interact with our customers.
That is correct.
Well, I'm not sure about this, Neil. Normally, if you are applying for a job on Earth, you have to go through certain processes before you finally get the job, if you get it at all.
Oh,
Let me think this over, if you don't mind, and I'll let you know tomorrow.
oh no. We are sorry for our spontaneity, but it has to be today.
May I know why?
Because we are leaving for an event tomorrow.
Okay.
Hmm.
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 Okay.
Thank you.
But with one condition. You won't be making any drinks. I'll handle that. Once I'm done, you will give the cup to the customer.
Understood.
There are other things you need to keep in mind.
What is that?
Dealing with the customers. Some people come here just to chill. They might come just for a drink, work, or to read something. I strongly suggest you let them be. But always be prepared if they want to talk about anything.
How can we know whether people want to be left alone or not?
That won't be easy. But you'll be able to judge based on their body language.
Non-verbal signs?
Yes,
That will be very hard for us.
indeed. Don't worry, I'll give you a sign. When you should start talking, or when you should stop.
Thank you. We will need that so much.
Well, that's basically all you need to do here.
Do we need a special outfit to get the job?
Not really. I'll lend you an apron though, to help keep your suit clean, and differentiate you from the customers. You don't really need more differentiation.
but it will make you look more legit for the job.
This is a very Earthling thing to do.
It is. Alright, then. Are you ready for this?
We are.
Okay, let's start the night.
Welcome.
Oh! Holy wow! What the hell is happening?
Good evening, Miss Freya.
Hey Aldon, what's going on here? Well, Neil is working here tonight. God, I thought I was the one who brought bad news. Never thought this place would be ground zero for an alien invasion. Ha, it's not that. Neil is just helping out. You've never looked like someone who needs help.
There are a few things to clarify, Miss Freya. First, our mission was never about conquering Earth. In fact, it is the other way around. Second, judging from the situation, we are actually the person who is getting help from the barista, not the other way around.
What?
We have learned some things since we arrived, and we came to a conclusion before starting another breeding mission. We should learn more about Earthlings, how Earthlings communicate. We thought this place was the best place to learn.
And you just agreed to this? On one condition. I make the drinks. Neil will only be here to serve and communicate. Fair trade. What's in it for you then? What? You're helping them here. What do you get in return?
Now that you mention it, if there's anything you want from us, please do not hesitate to ask.
Don't mention it. Well, maybe you can be my next story. I can write an article about your work here. Freya. If I still need to write for the paper again. What happened? The chief found out. Oh. Is that why you didn't come yesterday? Yes. How did she find out? You remember my fateful meeting with the higher-up? In the elevator? Yes. The same thing happened with my chief. They met each other in the lift, and the higher-up mentioned our encounter to her. The chief called me into her office, and things went downhill from there. She realized immediately that it was the reason for my poor performance lately. She didn't like it, of course. I'm sorry to hear that. What are you going to do now? Write the goddamn novel, I guess. And after that? Hope that it sells well. If not, I don't know.
We do not understand what is really happening, Miss Freya, but we feel the immense sadness and frustration you feel. How about a warm cup of drink? It is on the house.
Huh? You allowed to do that?
We will pay for the drink.
No, it's okay. It's on the house. That was a nice thing to do, Neil.
That was the best thing to do according to our senses.
It was.
So, what do you want to drink, Miss Freya?
Your favorite.
Our favorite?
Anything. I trust you with decisions. Should I make the Milky Way again? That was what the other guy wanted. She did say she wanted his favorite. Milk, honey, and mint. You want to try his favorite?
Here is your drink, especially crafted by the owner of this coffee shop.
Well, who else is going to brew it? Thank you so much for this. I always wondered why your place only served hot drinks, but today I might have an idea why. How far along are you with the novel? I can prepare a draft in a few days, I think. Not I don't really need to care about other deadlines. If I manage to infuse some coffee and creativity into my blood. That sounds doable, even without the caffeine infusion.
Excuse me, Miss Freya. We have learned extensively about Earthlings' bodies, about all the races, and we do not think infusing your blood with coffee would be advisable.
Ugh. I'm sorry, Neil. Not really in the mood for this sort of conversation.
It was just...
Neil, Freya wasn't serious about infusing herself with coffee.
Oh, we are glad to hear that then.
That was a figure of speech, Neil.
We have heard about that term. It is still very hard to understand your language.
It will always be hard. Languages will keep on changing.
Understood. At least we are here now to learn the basics of how Earthlings communicate. Miss Freya, if we may ask,
Ask away.
how fast do you write?
Not fast enough, apparently.
But you do have numbers.
Numbers?
How many words do you produce per day?
I don't think I have the exact number, but full time, I should be able to write between 3,000 and 5,000 words per day.
That's a lot.
Oh, that's a lot. That's raw. After that, I still need to edit it. I usually end up with about half of what I originally wrote.
According to our research, the standard number of words for the thing you need to write is between 50 and 100,000.
That's right. But for this draft, I don't need to write that much.
That is pleasant information to hear. How many words do you need to write?
Let's see. I think it should be around 15,000 words. That's pretty big for a pitch draft. Well, it's GRA Media, the biggest publisher around.
If we count based on the number of words, seems like you will be able to achieve your target easily.
Ha ha ha. I wish. Writing isn't only about the number of words, Neil. It requires things outside the mere word count. If we only judged writers by their ability to write a large number of words, they wouldn't have poetry or short stories.
That is pretty hard to understand, but we learned beforehand that art is a difficult matter, even for Earthlings.
Yeah?
Earthlings seem to have a fascination for things which are hard to understand, from languages to arts.
Right again. But you're not that wrong about writing, you know. Word count is one of the few things you can objectively judge a story by. It's not the most important thing, but it's still up there.
So it is still a valid parameter?
Definitely.
Cool.
Ha ha ha. That didn't sound at all like you, Neil. I guess we are learning something from something on Earth.
Oh, another gust. Good evening, Miss Myrtle.
I won't even ask. Except for one thing. Who's making the drinks?
I'm still the one that's responsible for that.
Good. Coffee with a little bit of ginger, please.
Let's see what our choices are. There's a gingerbread coffee, coffee, ginger, and cinnamon. We can try that. I wonder if she'd like that. Or a ginger latte. I'm gonna try a gingerbread coffee. That sounds fun. Oh, that looks good. Here you are, ma'am.
Your order is ready?
Did you record my order properly?
We relayed the order properly. We swear we did not mess up the order.
I'm sorry, Miss Myrtle. It was my mistake. Please don't blame Neil for this.
Huh. Whatever.
Try it. It might be good.
What brings you here today, Miss Myrtle?
Psst, Neil. Some people come to a coffee shop just to sit without being disturbed.
Oh, that definitely seems to fit Miss Myrtle's visits here.
Actually, I'm not here to just sit without being disturbed.
Ah, pardon us. I was just training Neil on how to talk with the customers here.
I can see that. You're still trying to get laid.
Oh, no, we are not. We are tasked with learning how Earthlings communicate with each other.
Yeah, that's a step in the right direction. One suggestion, if you want to blend in with us, stop using such formal language. Start talking the way we talk. start listening the way we listen, which essentially is not really listening at all.
That would be very difficult to achieve, but we will try, step by step.
One small step for you might be one giant leap for your kind.
That was nicely said, Miss Freya. By the way, Miss Myrtle, now that we know that you are not here for your usual activities, are you here for someone then?
Yeah.
Oh, is it Aqua?
Uh-huh.
What's the occasion?
No special occasion. It's just...
It's her. You can hear the squish. Squish, squish. I'm sorry, I'm late. I was supposed to leave early, but... Oh, well... What is this? What is happening here? I already told the barista to call the cops when he said he was going to breed here. I already told the barista to call the cops when he said he was going to breed here. Where is Eldon? Miss Aqua, please relax. I'm here. Oh, you're safe. Yes, everything is fine. Oh, okay. Please let me take a breath. Here, please drink this water. I could use some water myself, in fact. Feeling better now? Yes, I'm sorry.
It is alright, Miss Aqua. Everyone has been surprised to see me here.
What are you doing here, anyway?
We are starting to think that we might need to make a recording for the answer to this question.
You don't have to tell me if you don't want to.
No problem, Miss Aqua. It is time for our break anyway, so here is the deal.
That's really interesting. Very nice of you to do this, Eldon.
It's nothing, really.
But you do really think one day is enough to learn everything?
Definitely not. But we do not want to disturb the space's business for any longer.
As if this place cares about business. Besides, we want to
travel around the planet more. This coffee shop is a good start, but we cannot limit ourselves to just this place.
Where do you want to go after this?
Coachella.
What? What are you going to do at Coachella?
According to our research, there are many breedings happening during Coachella. That is why we decided the event will be our next target.
Well, you're not wrong. But didn't you say the baby has to be born out of love?
Yes, we noticed that, but we also noticed that we need to know a lot more about our things, including the breeding manners. That is what we will study in Coachella. After that, we will be very ready to breed with many Earth females. I shouldn't say this, but hell, that sounds like the best plan you've had since you got here. We know. We also surprised ourselves, but please, Miss Freya, let us stop talking about our plan. We have work here today. First, let us return to our spot behind the bar. So our discussion with Miss Myrtle was stopped abruptly.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. What are you two doing here? It's nothing, we're just friends, you know? I knew it! They're fucking lesbian lovers. And she's awkward about it.
We just want to hang out and talk about our work. We both work in the same field, remember?
Yes, that's it. I don't have that much experience in game development, you see. I thought your research was in computer graphics. Yes, but I've never made a game from scratch before. I was always a bystander. So I've been asking Myrtle for feedback from time to time. Today I wanted to thank her directly, but she arrived first. So I couldn't buy her a drink.
Never mind that. I'd refuse it anyway.
But... Wait. If you want to thank her directly, does it mean you're done with the game?
Excuse me, Miss Freya. It should be your, not your.
Oh, so you are correcting my grammar now, huh? It was a slip of the tongue, okay? I'm sorry. How do you even pick up on that anyway? It's not like what I'm saying is written down anywhere.
We just know.
Back to you, Aqua. So, you're done with the game? It's quite a lot of things I need to polish and fix, but players can enjoy the experience from start to finish. What kind of feedback do you give people for a video game?
That depends on the game. But in Aqua's case, most of my advice was about the pacing, control, and the UI.
Huh. It must be fun to have finished working on your creation. It surely removed some of the weight on my chest. Just replace it with another weight. You mean there's still more to come after you're done? I'm not done with my book. I just lost my job. If I can't finish this draft on time, I'm done. Even after all that, if it doesn't sell well, I'm even more done. Doubly done. I'm sorry to hear that, Freya. But please be more confident. Hee. I'm even starting to doubt myself. I read some of your short stories, you know. After our first meeting, I subscribed to the Evening Whispers app. And then I read some of your stuff you wrote, and they're really good, you know. Some are better than others, but it's still an enjoyable experience to read them. So I'm excited to check out your book once it's done. You're too kind, Aqua. What are you going through? Is it more or less the same as what Myrtle's going through? So I'm sure you'll both be fine.
You have to talk about it in front of other people.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. It's just that sharing is caring, you know?
Okay. Thank you for helping me share with other people.
I really am sorry.
I know, I said thanks already, right?
But you put so much emphasis on share. That's sarcasm, I know that.
Aqua. I'm sorry if it sounded that way. But yeah, I kinda get what you're dealing with. Although it's a bit different for me.
What's your problem?
Burnout.
I need some water. All this talking in a different language.
I've been working on something for 2 years straight, but no one outside the office knows about it, and those who do don't seem to appreciate it at all.
I thought Full Metal Conflict had a new game every 2 years.
Yes, I don't really work on them. Not directly.
So what do you work on?
A secret project. I'll tell you under Friendier, okay?
Alright, I'm not with the paper anymore anyway.
I'm part of a special team. We're tasked with making a breakthrough in the studio. We need to be able to make a prototype for a new IP. Or worst case, another FNC game in a different genre.
Isn't that a dream job for some people?
That's what I thought at first. You're a writer, right? Imagine being a writer but you can't publish anything you write. For years.
That doesn't sound like a pleasant situation at all.
My team has been making pitches. Dozens of them. Hundreds, thousands. Out of all those countless pitches, only a handful got approved for prototyping. And so far, none of the prototypes have been approved.
Ouch.
There's only 7 of us on the team. The 7 samurai, that's what they said.
So you haven't released anything for the last 2 years?
Sometimes our team works to support others. When they're working through a crunch cycle, they need to hit an almost impossible target. We jump in.
No wonder you folks were considered the 7 samurai.
I guess, yeah.
By the way, Myrtle, I just realized.
What?
Usually developers get their vacation time after finishing a project, right?
More or less, yeah.
When was the last time you had a vacation?
Before I joined the company, I guess.
That's like 4 years ago.
Uh-huh.
Dude, no wonder you're so burnt out.
Oy vey.
Yes, that's why. You need a vacation.
But I can't just take one.
You can. In fact, you will do it tomorrow.
But tomorrow is.
I'm not done yet. You will take tomorrow, the day after, and another day after off.
But where should I go?
Don't worry, I'll take care of that.
You will?
I'm going with you for this long weekend vacation.
What about Max West?
That's not this weekend. Forget about it for now.
Hey, okay. But I can't do it tomorrow. How about starting Friday? Still a long weekend getaway, right?
Alright. Oh, I'm so excited. Wow, Aqua. You look like a different person. I think they have a thing. And they're gonna be lovers. And it's gonna be adorable. Really? I'm sorry. Haha, don't be. Okay, it's settled then. I need to go home now. I'm preparing for our getaway.
I'll come with you.
Oh my god, they are lovers. To my apartment?
No, we'll walk together to the bus stop, just like last time.
Oh. Okay then. Everyone see you next week, okay? They're obviously dating and it's adorable. Take care.
Take care out there.
May you find joy during your vacation.
You know that she likes you, right, Myrtle?
Okay, see you later, folks.
Vacation, huh?
You definitely need one, Freya.
I know. But not now. I've got to finish this draft first.
As we have said before, you can do it, Miss Freya.
Thanks, Neil. Anyway, are you going to close anytime soon?
Depends. Why?
I'm in the mood for some writing.
Then please, take your time.
You sure?
Do you want another drink to be going on with? Still on the house.
I definitely won't say no.
The usual? Friday, October 2nd, 2020. We have 3 more days left. Presumably. The Evening Whispers is with the People for Stricter Gun Laws. New, healthier fury sedative might be available sooner. Action video game Rising Hell blamed for violence in school. Welcome. Oh, it's you. Good evening, Mr. Baileys.
Evening. Good evening indeed. Am I the first customer tonight?
You are.
That's new. Freya's not here.
She said she's coming later tonight. Got something to do with meeting some fellow writer friends?
Why not do it here? It's her favorite place, right?
Her friends have visited this place from time to time, just not as much as her.
Writers' gathering, huh? I wonder what writers talk about when they're hanging out.
I've known them for some years now. She has this habit, you know. If she said they're friends, quote unquote, it means they're just hanging out normally. But if she said they were writer friends, they're probably talking about work. Either giving each other feedback on their latest drafts, or sharing and validating ideas.
Interesting. They even use code words for meeting up.
Oh, it's not like that. She doesn't even realize that's what she says. I just picked up on it.
That's even more interesting. Are you always so observant?
It's part of the job.
Why's that?
People come here every day. Some of them aren't as talkative as others, but their body language can be loud and clear. I can tell you a lot of things, whether they need a friendly ear or just want to be alone. It applies to what they're ordering as well, because, sometimes what people want is not what they need. That's deeper than I would have thought. So what are you reading from me now? I won't say. Why? That would break the charm. Ha ha ha. The hell was that? I guess I can say this much. Whatever I say or do to our customers, it's always related to what I'm getting from their body language. Including our interaction now. Man. Now I see why you didn't want to share. Even that was enough to make me feel like I'm naked in front of you. By the way, I haven't ordered anything. What are you having tonight? A hot chocolate with ginger and cinnamon. I heard that's a good drink for a bitter heart. Oh no, what happened? With ginger and cinnamon. It is very bitter. Bitter heart. Here you go. You're a pretty romantic person, huh? Spending extra time decorating this drink. Only for special people and special drinks. Say, Aldon, tell me about yourself. What do you want to know? Anything. How old are you? Old enough to open a coffee shop. Oh man, I guess I should say sorry for asking that. It's alright, but that's the only answer I can give. Now you're making me wonder what I should ask next. Oh no, she doesn't look very good. Hello everyone. Oh dear. Why are you both looking at me like that? Freya, you look horrible. No, I don't. Yeah, you do. No, I don't. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to echo your dear barista. Yeah, you do. What happened? You'd be better asking what didn't happen, because the answer would be proper sleep and decent progress on my draft. You need rest. And miss my deadline? Hell no. Sorry, ladies. I won't be able to keep you company, because I have to finish this thing. And for that, I'll need a whole hell of a lot of espresso. Are you sure about that? You really should just rest. Get something to help you sleep. Espresso! Please. I could always pay for, as he did say at the beginning of this conversation, give them what they need, not what they want. So does she need me to give her something better? Even though she's ordered an espresso, serve her anything else on purpose, it doesn't matter what. You will need it for a later achievement. Okay. Trash it. You know what? I don't want to give you that. I want to give you a hot chocolate. I think you need it. You need to go to sleep. What can we give her that'll really put her to sleep? maybe I should look up a drink instead. Just what are some other options here? Alright, let's see here. We got a Spice 80 is chocolate milk and cinnamon, or a Spanish Sahara. Let's go dark chocolate. Give her dark chocolate. I bet she'll like that. Or milk, cinnamon, and honey is a bedchamber. Let's do it. Milk, cinnamon, and honey. This is what we're giving her. Here you go. What the hell, dude? This isn't even coffee. Drink. But this isn't what... Drink. Okay. It's on the house. It better be. How was the meeting? It was pretty good. I got a lot of good advice. It also means things, and not a small number of them, mind you, need to be rewritten. Oh. It's not that bad. Rewriting is part of the process. It's just that I'm going to my usual corner. Although thanks to your drink, I'm not sure whether I'll be able to stay awake or not. She looks horrible. She does. But don't worry about her, she'll finish it. This isn't the first time she's acted like this. No. But this time the stakes are pretty high. So, what brings you here today? I'm not even sure myself. I had no plan tonight, and this place just came to mind, out of the blue. I'll have to thank your subconscious then. I guess you should. Oh. Not sure whether I should thank it or not, though. Hi, Lua. Hi, Baileys. Oh. Oh. No, you first. No, you first. I was going to ask how you were doing. I'm fine, thanks. How about you? I'm good, yes. Oh. I think I need to order something first. Of course. Go ahead. Hi, Aldon. What are you having this evening, Miss Ua? Gingerbread coffee, please. We've made a gingerbread coffee before. Coffee, ginger, and cinnamon. So that's what we tried to give the vampire, and he hated it. Here it is. Thank you. No, it wasn't the vampire, it was the orc. We tried to give the orc that, and she hated it. My grandma used to make this drink for me. It reminds me so much of her. It reminds me of when I was growing up with my family. How's work? It's going pretty okay, you? I'm not taking any new jobs at the moment. Because, well, you know. Yeah, I get it. You have enough in your savings, right? That's a very Lua thing to say. But yes, I do. Thanks to that last annoying job. It went well in the end? It kinda did. They paid me on time at least, and the pay was amazing. How long are you planning to take a break for? I don't know. Until my problems are settled, I guess. And what problems are those? I'll tell you this. But don't tell anyone, okay?
Not even Aldon who's standing in front of us?
Excuse me.
Not even Aldon. Okay. So there's this girl. I love her. We've been going out for a few years, but I'm not really sure where we stand now. How can you not be sure? We had an argument about a week ago. It wasn't anything new, but somehow things escalated uncontrollably. Why is that? I assume both of us were just tired, knowing that we're fighting against centuries of tradition. We haven't really talked since our last fight. Leaving things unresolved is not a good idea, but I can't bring myself to start the conversation. Why? Even I'm not sure about that. Pride, maybe, or tiredness. Or knowing that chances are we won't be able to find the best solution for everyone anyway. Oh. Baileys, I have a question. Go ahead. What do you think she's feeling right now? To be honest, I don't know.
Oh, excuse me.
Yawn. Boom. I need to drink some water. Let's try that line read again. To be honest, I don't know. She's not like me, that's for sure. Thankfully. Why? At least it won't affect her professional life that much. I'm glad I'm a freelancer. It means I can just take a break from work without any problems. I'm not as professional as her, you see. I think you're wrong. Really. If I were her, I would find it difficult to live life as usual. But I put on a lot of masks, just to hide the feelings I was going through. That sounds difficult and uncomfortable. Yes, it is. But a friend told me once, you gotta do what you gotta do. He must be a pretty cool guy. He is. What's next for us, Baileys? I don't know, Lua. I met some new people this week, including that supermodel. You knew? That girl in the corner told me. Yeah, including that supermodel. And how does that make you feel? Like a fool? What? He said a lot of things that I've been trying to avoid thinking about. A lot of truths. He's a bit like you know. Attitude-wise. You get along with him. I doubt it. Opposites attract, but similarity breeds contempt. Ever heard that before? A lot. From a certain hipster elf. And after listening to that guy, what's your stance on, us? I'm not sure, Baileys. What about you yourself? Had any similar experiences this week? I have, in fact. I met a vampire. And I met a werewolf. Hee hee. What are the odds? What are the odds, indeed? What did your werewolf say? Not much, to be honest, but he made a good point about the importance of family. Baileys, I know I've been stubborn about you wanting to see me, wanting me to make peace with my family. And I know that's very important to you. But Freya said something that kinda hit me hard. What was it? I was just using you as an excuse to escape my family, when I actually want to do that anyway. For myself. Oh, you know me, Baileys. I do. And you know how I feel uncomfortable about people leaving their families. Which makes me an asshole, I guess. I get why you think that way, Lua. Blood is thicker than water. So what should we do, Lua? Yes, Baileys? Please let me leave my family. I'll try to get your family to accept me. That sounds like the easier thing to do, after all. But you'll lose your immortality. You'll be an outcast among other elves. An outcast from a bunch of overly pretentious people. Sounds great. You'll live a long time. But you won't have the perfect health and perfect life that's the elfin privilege. But it's not a perfect life without you. But what if our relationship doesn't last? You'll have lost everything. You'll blame me.
Lua, I will never blame you for anything. If we're talking about who I used to be, that guy would never have blamed himself. 100 reasons for why something failed, but never anything to do with him. But that won't happen with us. You know why? Because I've learned so many things by being with you for 10 years. It made me a better person. So you don't need to worry about any of that. Because right now you're the most important person in my life. I don't need an immortal life. Because without you, it won't be a life without living.
Baileys, I believe you. Let's make out.
Oh, Lua.
Oh, Baileys.
I feel like we're living in a soap opera.
It seems so.
So what's our plan?
Tomorrow's Saturday.
Are we going on a date?
I'm going to my parents' place.
Oh,
I want you to come with me.
what the?
That's so sudden. Did you already have plans for tomorrow?
Well, no. It's just, I'm not prepared to meet them.
You'll be fine.
You don't want to tell them about this first?
It'll be alright.
Well, they never forbade you from dating other races.
They're not big fans of elves, that much is true. But you can prove them wrong.
Okay, this could be a good first step.
It is.
It's set then.
I don't know what'll happen tomorrow. But we can think about it, and anything else, later.
I'm with you on that. So, does that mean you don't mind me coming along?
I had my doubts, but now I'm sure I can trust you.
Lua, thank you.
Are you still staying at Farron's house?
Yes.
You're staying with me tonight.
Huh? What about your roommate?
She's away for the weekend, taking a long weekend getaway until Sunday night.
Wait, your roommate is Aqua? Or is it Myrtle? It could be Aqua or Myrtle. Fate is on our side, it seems. Hey, Aldon. Yes?
We're leaving. Thank you so much for keeping up with us this past week.
The pleasure was all mine. We're off then. See you.
See you.
Thanks for coming.
That was pretty intense.
Oh, you're back in the real world.
I just pretend not to notice. They're like one of the main reasons why I'm writing this story. So I have to see their struggle through till the end. It's important for the writing, you know?
That's cold.
What? It's not like that. It's just that... yeah, that was cold. I'm sorry.
You look better than before, though, for now.
I can't tell you how I feel until it's done. And I don't... Oh? Oh?
Gala, are you okay?
Whoa.
Freya, get over here.
This wolf? Is that him?
I think so. Welcome, sir.
Are you crazy? You can't treat a werewolf in a fury like a normal customer.
Trust me, he must have his reasons for coming here. You can relax, sir. Do you need anything? Something to calm you down, maybe? We know what he wants. He wants the Galahad. And we can do that for him now. Huh, he won't let me. Okay, I have it on my real phone. He wants the Galahad, which is Oh, Galahad. Tea. Tea, milk, and ginger. That's hilarious. Every time I pull that, freaks out. Tea, milk, and ginger. The Galahad. Serve it. Here's your... What the hell? Is that really him? After seeing the reaction to the drink, 100%. Well, whoever he is. This place survived. Thankfully, yes. But I think I need to close up shop early. Don't want to cause any more ruckus. And I need to clean up some of the mess anyway. Good idea. Can you get back alright by yourself? I'll manage. Take care on your way back. You be careful too. See you tomorrow. See you. Get some sleep now, Freya. Saturday, October 3rd, 2020. Weird Steen Company is criticized for unfair depictions of werewolf in their latest box office hit. Coachella 2020 do's and don'ts. An Atlantic ambassador in talks with Fire regarding immigration. What a racist depiction of werewolves. Horrible. Welcome. Oh, it's you. Hey, Aldon. Ha 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 ha. Good evening, Freya. You look very cheerful today. And it's all thanks to you. What did I do? Hee hee hee. I finally got a good night's sleep last night. Like, I slept like a log. Proper 12 hours of closing my eyes and not thinking about anything. Good for you. You really needed that. I know. But I had the deadline coming. I've been pushing myself to finish this draft. A bit too much, I guess. So how's it going now? You won't believe this. I probably will. But when I woke up this afternoon, the words just flowed through me like water. And not forced crap like I've been writing recently. And that's why taking a break is important. Yeah. You don't need to start lecturing me now. So, what's your plan now? Now? As in right at this moment? I'm planning to go to the bathroom and wash my face. And after that, I'll continue writing. Sounds like a good plan. You know where the restroom is. Hee hee. Okay, I need something to drink now. Freya, you're unemployed. Don't waste your money on coffee shop drinks. That is so weird, coming from the coffee shop owner. I know. I've been a regular for years. If you only need the vibes of this place, just right here. No, I can't do that. You don't have any customers tonight. What would I do if this place went bankrupt? It won't happen. How can you be so sure? Just take this tap water and go do your work, okay? But... See, there's a customer coming right now. So don't you worry about me. Oh. Huh. Hi, Gala. What's wrong? I know you're a man of few words, but this is maybe pushing it a bit. Freya. Aldon. I'm truly sorry for what happened yesterday. Gala. Hey, it's alright. No one got hurt, right? And the coffee shop's fine. Don't think about it too much, Gala. Like Freya said, no casualties and no problems with the coffee shop. I still need to redeem myself for the mess I made and the scare I gave you. You didn't give me a scare, man. It's cool. I'm sure there's something I can do. Why don't you buy something for the lady here? I'm sure she'll appreciate it. Hey, what do you mean? Do you want something to drink, Freya? No, it's alright, Gala. I insist. You don't have to. Please accept it. At least it will help me stop feeling so guilty, at least a little. Alright.
I wouldn't mind a coffee, not an espresso, mind you. Something with a little less of a kick. You know how to make sugar and spice?
The one with the cinnamon?
Yes. A cup of sugar and spice, please. Pretty sure that's coffee, ginger, and cinnamon. Honey and cinnamon, sorry. Good thing I looked it up. Sugar and spice. Sugar and spice for the lady with the vices. Hey! Oh well, I won't complain. Thank you, Gala.
Don't mention it. Aldon, are you sure there's nothing I can do for you?
You don't have to do anything, Gala. It's fine. But to be honest, I'm curious. What happened yesterday? Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, you usually stay indoors during the full moon, don't you?
I usually do. But there was an emergency at the hospital yesterday.
What kind of emergency?
The hospital's already packed yesterday. After that announcement.
Announcement?
The one saying that a replacement government-issued Fury sedative will be available soon. Releasing the news on the day of the full moon was just stupid. So many restless werewolves came, asking about the sedative, which isn't ready yet.
But the announcement said it wasn't ready. Just that it was coming soon.
You think people read the whole article? They only saw the headline or glanced at it at the news stall. Then they went straight to the hospital. I don't blame them, though. Finding out that the only publicly available sedative is dangerous is difficult for some people. I ended up having to explain it to dozens of werewolves. I even had to put some rogue werewolves in the isolation rooms.
It was that bad? Huh?
Yeah, to the point that we ran out of the rooms to put them in. That's why at the end of my shift I left immediately. Normally I'd have asked a friend to lock me in one of our isolation rooms, of course, but I couldn't, so I rushed right back to my apartment. But it was too late. Thankfully I was in this area, and I managed to force myself to come to your place.
Kala, excuse me for asking this,
Yes?
but you didn't hurt anyone on the way here, right?
As far as I remember, no. I didn't see any blood on my clothes.
That's good to hear.
This might sound overly confident, considering what happened yesterday, but I have enough control to make sure I don't hurt anyone. As long as I have something to direct my fury towards. Usually I end up destroying stuff around me, or worst case, hurting myself.
Huh. Despite all of that, I'm so glad that no one got hurt. Always looking for the positive side, aren't you? Just doing my job.
Thanks, both of you. I really mean it. But please, if there's anything I can do to if there's anything I can do to help, please don't hesitate to help me ask me right away.
Will do.
In the meantime, can I order a drink?
Sure, what are you having?
The same as yesterday.
The Galahad. Tea, milk, and ginger. Here's your special brew.
Thank you. The drink that saved me. Once again, thank you for helping me find this drink.
By the way, Gala, now that you can be 100% sure that the drink is your natural sedative, why don't you put some in a bottle and carry it with you everywhere?
That's the plan. Has to be warm though. I can use a vacuum flask, I suppose. I'll give it a try next full moon.
Oh, I've been ruined for party. We know that causes issues. There we are.
I'll give it a try next full moon. Don't worry, Freya. I'm going to stay at my place for the next full moon. I'm not taking any risks. Before I can make sure how effective that remedy is.
Phew. What the? Rachel? What's going on? Aha! What else? Your father? Of course. What the hell was he thinking? Coming backstage at Coachella? Just to get into an argument with my manager? Huh? Before we continue, Aldon, a cafe latte, please. That's coffee and milk and something. Coffee, milk, milk.
Your cafe latte is ready. It's gonna etch it a bit, but no.
Thanks. How did he manage to get backstage? He told security he was my father, and he messaged me about coming beforehand. Said he was just going to wish me luck. So I told them to let him in, of course. He's still my father, after all. Things were nice at first. Then my manager came and... I don't know why he hates him so much. It's showbiz. I'm mature enough to know what's good or bad for me. Huh. What happened after that? Mr. Lester told the security guards to kick him out. He's still allowed in the festival area. I saw him in the crowds. Did the concert go well at least? Oh yeah. Other than the arguments backstage, everything went great. I was the first one to play on the main stage. Usually no one pays much attention to whoever's first, but there were thousands of people in the audience during my session. Nice. So you don't need to be at the event anymore after this? Not really. I did my stage time. And then there was this press conference after the show. After-show press conference? Yeah, the pre-show was done yesterday. Today was a small one. There were almost a dozen journalists who wanted to interview me, so we decided to just do a mini conference. Good for you. You're totally back in the game, huh? I guess I am. Thanks to Mr. Lester. I would say it's because of you, but your manager's probably worked some of his influence too. Ha ha ha. So, why are you here? Ugh. Because of Dad, of course. I told him to come here this evening. We really need to set things straight. He needs to stop messing with my manager so much. And because this evening is the only time we can meet, I can't go to the party Mr. Lester is hosting. What party? He's hosting a party for the VIPs and artists he manages at a club in Belltown. Is it okay for you to go to the party without a guardian? I'm 18, remember? I'm an adult. Yeah, but you can only enter some clubs if you're 21. Not this time. Because Mr. Lester's my manager, and it's his party? I'm not sure about that. It's true. No, I know you can do that by using his name. But I don't think he should do that with you. Why? I'm an adult. No, you're not, Rachel. Have you ever been to one of Lester's parties? Well, no, have you? Not personally. I've heard stories. What stories? He knows how to party? That's good then. That's not necessarily a good thing. Knowing how to party might mean something else entirely. I don't know what you're talking about. You'll find out, especially if you keep Lester on as your manager. Personally, I don't mind wild parties, but inviting an underage person to his party, that might be a bit too far. Welcome, huh? Aw, this is the other guy. Aw. Meow. What the hell? Oh no. Dad? What? Rachel, is that Mr. Hendry? Yes. Dad, what happened? Alon, can you get a cup of milk for him, please? Just milk? Just milk. Meow. Here. Huh. Thank you. Dad, please hold on. Can somebody please call an ambulance, please? They're on their way. I've contacted the hospital. Thank you. I've also contacted our Nekomimi expert personally. She's off shift right now, but she's also on the way. Thank you so much. I don't know what might have happened without your help. Don't mention it. Here they come. I'll go with you. Okay. Oh boy, that was really something, huh? Yeah. 2 days in a row.
an emergency at your place. Well, at least some people think of your place as their go-to when they need help. You're right. It's not every day you look at things from the bright side. Huh. Well, I'm one of your coffee shop disciples, right? So I kinda understand them. I hope Henry's alright. Me too. At least he's in good hands now. What's your plan for the rest of the night? Well, that was all pretty hectic, but I need to continue writing. Take your time and place, then. Will do. Oy and vey. Alright. Shy Adeni. Sunday, October 14th. Sunday, October 4th, 2020. This is October 4th. Day 13. We got 2 days left, apparently. We got this. Fight broke out during Coachella. Culprits in police custody. Despite the arrest, Coachella will go on. Police raid on private Coachella after party. Its biggest drug and sex-related bust of the year. Damn. Damn. That's huge. The dad was right. Welcome. Hey, Pop.
Oh, good evening, everyone. Good evening.
I'm not doing a good voice from tonight.
Everyone's safe and sound tonight.
So far, so good, officer. With the cop who's supposed to be watching this area hang out in a coffee shop, I'm not so sure about that.
Hey, I'm working right now. I need a cigarette. Arts of multitasking, you know? That requires skill.
Taking a break and working at the same time, you mean?
You know it.
That's an oxymoron.
That's why I said it requires skill. Anyway, hold on. I really need an espresso to keep me awake tonight.
Here you go. An energetic espresso to keep our officer upright on patrol.
Heh, you and your sense of humor. Your espressos are always out of this world. Definitely better than mine or my wife's.
It's not a competition, officer.
Huh, it is for her. She thought if she could make a better one, I'd stop coming to this place so often. That's not happening anytime soon. Is anything special today?
Oh, so anything special today? Wow, you sounded just like Georgie.
Surprisingly, no. Gotta make sure this place is safe, though. What are you grinning about? I mean it. You were here the last 2 days, right?
Yes, I was. Some crazy things happened here. And 2 days in a row. As if the gods are trying to give me first-hand experience. To use in my story.
Still fretting over your story, eh?
Well, the deadline for my draft is getting near.
Oh, yeah. How's it going?
Quantity-wise, it's shaping up pretty well. Quality-wise, honestly, I'm pretty confident.
Best of luck, then.
Do you have any updates about the last 2 days of chaos?
For the werewolf case. I spoke to Gala about it.
What? Are you going to arrest him?
Some officers at the precinct were talking about it. But in the end, we agreed not to do it, because it really helped a lot that night. We asked folks in the hospital, and some other people in the area, Without him, we'd have had a lot more problems. He helped a lot getting most of the werewolves safe in the hospital. Too bad he couldn't lock himself up in time. Thankfully, he didn't hurt anyone. So those who would rather detain him can't do anything anyway.
Phew. I'd be pretty mad at you if they did arrest him.
Hey, being mad at me wouldn't solve anything.
I know. What about Rachel's dad? Any idea what happened?
I'm not sure to myself. Not too sure myself. Most of it didn't happen around here.
What?
Yeah, it seemed like it happened out near Coachella.
That's a long way away. I mean, it's not actually that far. They wouldn't be able to walk it, not in that state.
So far, that's all I know.
Oh! Rachel? Rachel, is Mr. Hendry alright? Before that, could I have a cup of hot chocolate, dark? Oops. Thought that was coffee. Thought that was chocolate. There we go. Your hot chocolate's ready. Thank you. Dad's going to be fine. He woke up this afternoon, thanks to Mr. Gala. He got help fast enough to stop things getting worse. He's okay then? It'll take a few days. I forgot her voice. It'll take a few days before he fully recovers, but no permanent injuries we need to worry about. That's good to hear. I know, but still, it's all because of me. Because I didn't listen to him, when all he wanted to do was protect me. Rachel, don't blame yourself for this. Please don't take offense. But is it okay for you to leave your father alone at the hospital? His friends are there at the moment. I can't face being stuck in a room with a bunch of people I don't even know right now. Besides, I really needed to get away for a bit. So I told Dad I'm gonna visit Coffee Talk to get some fresh air. He's okay with that? He understands. He always does, I guess.
Miss Rachel, what really happened last night?
Dad got into a fight with some thugs. He heard them talking about me in some very suggestive, perverted ways. Oh, he didn't like that, of course. So he morphed into his cat form and started a fight with the thugs. Why did he morph? So that people wouldn't see what his human form looked like, and link him directly to me. Some cops went to the crime scene. They found some eyewitnesses to testify, and they managed to find the thugs. Are they fans of yours? No. It's even worse. They work for Mr. Lester. What?
Oh boy.
The reason it didn't take long for the cops to find them was because they were already under arrest. Because the party went too far last night. Whoa. How did it all connect up? They're Mr. Lester's bodyguards. They were chilling after the show at a pre-party before the big one, and you know about guys in locker room talk, right? Yeah. Well, that's what they were doing. That was the topic of discussion. Ugh. So, there's that. I'm sorry to hear that. And you were right about his party. I'm glad I wasn't there. Once again, I owe Dad for... Hey, it's okay. The most important thing right now is that you're safe. And your dad made it through. I should have listened to him. He might be out of touch, but he's still way more experienced than me. And he's my father. I wish Mom was here. She'd know what to do. She'd know what to say to Dad when he's recovered. Huh. You know what? I'm sure you'll know what to do. You're an adult, remember? But I don't know. All I know is when I have to be there for him. All I know is I have to be there for him when... That's it. That's all you have to do.
It might be weird to hear about something coming from Freya, but she is right.
Be there when he needs you, Rachel. And whenever you need a breath of fresh air, you can come here and relax for a while, as long as you buy lots of drinks, because I'm going out of business.
Oh, guys, thank you. I've had enough fresh air for one day. I'll go back to the hospital now.
Thank you for the update, Miss Rachel. I wish your father a speedy recovery. Thank you, Aldon. That was sweet. Man, what a weekend.
Pretty crazy, I know. Anyway, I gotta continue my patrol. It's been a pretty weird weekend. But overall, things are still safe around here. But even with that, never let your guard down, okay?
No problem, officer. Thank you for checking up on us, Officer Georgie.
Okay, then see you.
Are you going to leave as well, Freya? I don't think so. I've had enough rest. I have stories to write.
You're not tired?
Definitely not. In fact, I think I can get it done today.
Alright. I won't bother you then.
Oh, you're never a bother. Besides, this whole book project would never have existed without this place. And you. So thank you.
The pleasure was mine. I'm sure you shouldn't spend any more time on chit-chat. You've got a book to finish.
Hehehe. No problem, boss. One of your normal espressos? Here it comes, the last day. The last day of Coffee Talk. 2 weeks later. Whoa. Whoa, times moved forward. Coachella Festival proves to be a major boost for Seattle tourism. That's good. More women have spoken out and claimed Morris Lester lied. Oh dear. Initial reports indicate possible herpes outbreak at Coachella. Jeez. Tee-hee-hee, tee-hee-hee, tee-hee-hee. Hello. You're finally here. Hey, y'all. Hello, hey.
Guard up.
Hey, Freya. Huh, someone's feeling happy today. Of course. Did they? They approved it. We're so happy for you. Congrats. Oh my. Do you know how happy I am? Judging from your expression, I'd say somewhere between ecstatically and rapturously. You're goddamn right. Oh my god. Oh my god. How did they react to the draft? Surprisingly, they liked it. That's amazing. I know, right? I couldn't believe it either. They told me if the book sells well, they'll definitely sign me for a second book. I'm so happy for you. Anyway, whatever happens in the book now, I can take things a little slower, because it gave me a year to finish it, with a feedback session every month. Sounds professional enough. Of course. They are the biggest publisher around. Enough about me. How's the coffee shop been doing? It's been great. We've had a lot of new customers lately. And some old timers, of course. I heard Hyde's back from his trip to Korea. Yeah. He brought us some gifts back. Oh, he brought us some gifts back. He didn't get anything for me? I'm not sure, but he did say. He always gives gifts directly. Gift giving the old-fashioned way, huh? How about you? Things are great. Last time I saw you was before your mini break. Yes, we decided to go to Coachella. Hehehe. Wow.
That event was a mess.
Hehehe. Yeah, 3 hours at the festival was enough for us. So where did you go after that? We ended up in Port Townsend. How was it?
I enjoyed it. Never knew a historical trip could be fun.
Oh yeah, I saw your new profile picture, Aqua. Aww. Aww. Mermaid from Atlantis and a friendly introvert, sea lover. I think they're destined to be together. And it's so sweet. Who's the other person? Oh, the protagonist of the game, probably.
I saw your new profile picture, Aqua. You both look so cute.
Oh man.
Hehehe, thanks. Was that taken during your vacation? No, it was at Max. They had a Japanese-style photo booth there, so I forced her to take a picture together. You were at Max too, Myrtle?
Yeah. I helped her out a bit with the booth.
Thank you.
You don't have to keep thanking me.
By the way, have any of you heard from Neil? No.
Not me.
They did send 2 postcards to the coffee shop.
Oh, they did send 2 postcards to the coffee shop.
Really?
Yeah, one's from Coachella.
That's not even that far away. Why send a postcard?
Hard to tell with them.
What about the second one?
It's from New York.
What? What are they doing in New York?
Beats me. Working on their mission, maybe.
Ha, yeah, probably. They'd stand more of a chance there. Anyway, guys, we're leaving for the night. Oh, come on, so soon? We were here for hours before you arrived, and we need to work tomorrow. Fair enough. Take care on your way then.
Good luck with the novel.
Thanks. See you, Aldon.
See you around.
They look happier than when I first met them.
Oh. Maybe I said that. They look happier than when I first met them.
They do.
It's not easy to find someone you can be comfortable with in such a short amount of time.
Yeah. Anyway. Sorry if it seems like I'm ignoring you, Baileys. No worries. I don't feel ignored at all. Are you by yourself tonight? No, I'm waiting for Lua. She has some work to do. This late at night? Yes. She's been doing overtime for the past few days. How are the two of you doing? Things have been great. In fact, 10 years together. We're finally moving in together next month. Wow, congrats. But I thought Lua lived with her flatmate. We're moving into a new place. She got promoted recently, and her company is providing her with an apartment. Wow, she must be a really big deal in her office. Well, she's definitely earns more than me. That's not saying much, Baileys. Aha, ha, ha. You shouldn't say that to a fellow freelancer. Oh, here she comes. Baileys, I'm so sorry. I didn't expect it to take so long. Thought it would be done by... Honey, it's alright. Freya and Aldon have been keeping me company anyway. Oh, hey Freya. And Aldon. Sorry for barging in without saying hi. How's it going? I would say things are great, but not as great as you two lovebirds. You told her already? Only about the moving in part. Hee, as you've heard, we're going to be moving in together next month. Where is it? Not far. I mean, the company provided the place, so they want to cut my commuting costs as much as possible. That's thoughtful of them. It means they don't need to reimburse my taxi fees when I'm working overtime. Oh, yeah, that too. It also means we get to visit this place more often. That's a good point. We owe this coffee shop a lot anyway.
Don't mention it.
I have a question for both of you. Go on. The last time we met, I believe you were going to introduce the Baileys to your parents. How'd it go? Man, her father didn't kill me at least. Well, at least Papa let you eat lunch with us. That's rare, you know. I know. And at least I didn't say no, which means a lot, I guess. It was a good start. It was definitely a good start. Anyway, Baileys, we need to go now, or we'll miss the intro again. You folks going somewhere? Yeah, we're going to watch the midnight screening of Full Metal Conflict. I didn't take you for somebody who likes FMC, Lua. I don't, but this guy loves it. Hey, you always enjoyed watching me playing the game. I enjoyed watching you, not the game. Too bad I didn't introduce you to Myrtle just now, Baileys. She works on the game. Really? Oh well, I'll be visiting this place more often. I'll probably meet her again one of these days. You probably will. Now go, you lovebirds. You don't want to miss the movie. Alright, catch up with you later, Freya. Bye, Aldon. Enjoy the movie. There you go.
There they go. I'm so happy for them.
They've still got a long way to go, and probably a lot of obstacles in their path.
But they're moving forward.
Yes. How will you write their story?
As it is, it's beautiful enough. And it has enough drama.
Ha, that's one way to put it.
Anyway,
What's that look for?
you haven't told me about any of our other friends here. How are they doing?
You only skipped coming for 10 days. What do you expect?
Come on, they played an important part in my writing process, remember?
Well, there are some updates about the regulars.
Tell me.
Where should we start? Nua visits this place more often now that they live nearby. The last time they came, they were talking about catering and venues.
That's sweet.
Hyde returned from his trip to Korea and brought gifts. Some are more special than others.
Huh. He said he's considering moving back to Seattle if his agency allows. See? He wants to have a relationship with him. That's exactly what's going on there.
Aqua continues to work with the university. She's still working on small indie games. The difference is she's not alone now.
Aww.
Neil. The only news about their superhero breeding mission are the 2 postcards they sent me. Rachel is back at the recording studio preparing for her first solo album. She found a new manager, someone who made the news as a legend coming back to the industry. It's her dad. And finally, Freya. She finished her book, got published, and get published and have some signing sessions. It was a major success, sold out even after the 4th thingamabobber. God damn it, that was too fast.
After the 4th printing, probably. Well, that's sweet. At least your book sold. We did it! We beat the game!
I need to go to the bathroom.
But I'll let the credits play, because I like giving people their credit. was ready to be done. What is this post-credit scene? Welcome.
Hello, Aldon. Good evening, sir. Have we met before? I'm sure this is your first time here.
Of course I've been here. In fact, I've worked here before.
What?
Wait. No way. Is that really you? It's been a while. You've changed a bit too much. I've learned a lot about how to live with your people since then. Oh, is this Neil? I assume it was a success then? Multiple success. Of course he's an attractive guy with looking like a doctor. Multiple successes. What's with the new look then? Just trying to blend in. It seems like an earthling immigration agency is after me. Now that you mention it, somebody did visit this place looking for you.
When was that?
Not so long after your second visit here. Was he a bald guy in a suit? Yes. That fire agent? You've seen him? Yes. Thankfully, I've changed my appearance since then. By the way, you can drop the act in front of me. So you finally noticed. To think that such power can be born from our kind. You're good with your act, though. It took a few tries, but there are some timelines where I forget to pretend that I don't have some knowledge of certain stuff. Heh, interesting. Now I'm curious to know about those mistakes. Well, it happened a few times. First, when Freya told me about her meeting in the elevator. Then it was the first time Rachel visited this place, and the last one involved you on your second visit. Huh? Oh, and there was another one right after Freya got her draft approved. Can you show it to me? Assuming you know how I communicate with my kind. Never tried it, but let's see. You've beaten the main story of the game, but you haven't seen everything yet. So I'm an alien too? What? Is that it? Is this canon? What? So weird. But hey, we got 545 points from this game. Alright, I think we're done. Live long and prosper, everyone, and may the force be with you.